Ladies and gentlemen out there in podcast land, we got a special guest appearance. It's been a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, one and only, Jefferson.
Hey! Blackout and shout! Ow!
Welcome. You have now tuned in to the Blackout and Shout podcast with your host, Mike Kincaid.
Can I tell you that Baby Yoda just annoys the shit out of me?
That's because you haven't watched The Mandalorian. Oh, look at Baby Yoda so huge. Levy Curry.
Some people do all sorts of crazy stuff, like dinosaur romance novels. Those are really a thing. Taken by the T-Rex. A billionaire dinosaur forced me. Ravaged by the raptors.
I wonder if there's audiobooks of them. And Jed Vargo. He was always like well known for wearing the Nazi outfit on.
Captain Kangaroo?
Captain Kangaroo.
Didn't he have the...
No. And he did not dress up as a Nazi either. So sit back. Mike, are you... Listen. Relax. Say transform and roll out. And enjoy the show. Welcome, everyone, to episode 170 of the Blackout and Shout show, starring, across from me, the ever-lovable Levy Curry.
Oh, the fuck you say.
Sitting to my right, munching on something that smells like fucking garbage, Mike Kincaid, everyone, internet celebrity.
I moved on to French fries. You shouldn't. They're fine. I don't know what you're smelling, man. The sandwich smells good.
Chicken ass.
The fries smell good.
Buffalo chicken ass.
What's up, Jeb?
What's up? And tonight we have very special guests accompanying us all the way from California.
Sure. Sounds good.
Parts unknown.
East Jabip.
Would you like to introduce yourself, sir? So everyone knows who you are.
I'm Ryan. Or Nort. Whatever you want to call me.
Nort.
Yeah,
Sure.
So just a quick to catch everybody up on everybody.
So we put Gort and Nort together.
Nort, I was thinking, yeah, we had a Gort, now we got a Nort. So Levy, I've known since I'm like 19 years old, and Jed, not too long after that, because we met through the music scene. A little later.
Met through
than that.
Annie.
Yeah.
It's a hard knock life for
Annie?
us.
No, wrong Annie.
And Nort, I worked with at a place called Off the Wall about 15 years ago.
I remember when you worked there.
Off the Wall.
What was
yeah.
that? What's off the wall? It sounds like a music store. Yeah.
No, I wish it was.
We built stupid shit for grocery stores.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Aisle signs and all the. I specifically told you guys about a few stories from Off the Wall about how like we did like the nut game, like we had like these boxes. The one time I got Josh. I don't know if you ever heard this one or not.
Nah,
but
I don't know.
I got Josh Albright one time. He came walking in and we had these. They were the checkout lights. You know those triangular like checkout lights they got on each at each checkout.
POS.
I didn't want to say it, but I painted myself into the corner.
Good job.
So
It's POS there, Mike.
the boxes were like chest high, and I walked around to the one and it was completely empty, and I cut a hole like right at the level that my dick was, and I just put my nuts through the hole, and I just put my arms up on the top of the box, and Josh came walking in, and I'm like, yo man, I'm like, what is going on with the checkout lights? And he came walking in, and it's probably like a 3 foot by 3 foot box, and looked in and there was nothing in there except my balls. He was not happy about that.
I'm sure it took him a couple seconds.
That's pretty gay,
Wait
Mike.
a second.
Yeah.
That's pretty gay.
Oh yeah, we got Spanky one time. We put him in the closet where we kept the rulers and all that shit. And Old Man Timmer from shipping came walking in, and we cut a piece of that 2-inch thick styrofoam.
Yep.
Perfect, right to the size of like that cabinet thing.
Yep.
And we put Spanky in there, and we had the whole like nut level, and we just shoved the whole piece of styrofoam into, and Spanky just got in there and put his nuts in there, and we took everything else out. And Old Man Timmer,
What's that?
from shipping came walking in, and we're like, Timmer, grab me the 4-foot ruler out of the cabinet.
So basically, you were playing the penis showing game from Waiting.
I was just gonna say. What's that movie with Ryan Reynolds? Waiting, right?
It was around that.
same
It was
thing.
around that
Yeah,
time.
I believe that was around.
Yeah.
with the goat and
The Batwing.
the Batwing,
The Brain.
the brain. Yep.
What do you think? What do you think HR would think of that game?
I don't think we had any sexual harassment cases in there.
It was all right. It was like there was a definite division between like the office people and the shop people.
Yeah.
Like the shop people all fuck with each other and it was cool. But the office people, we didn't jive with
Like the kitchen in the front of the
Mike
house.
just goes walking in the office with his dick and balls hanging out.
See, but Mike was an office person,
For
and he would come out to the shop. So he just
no,
liked
wait,
us
you counted
guys.
us as the office in the vinyl room?
Yeah,
That counted as the office.
dude. Once you walk through that barrier, that was the office people.
You guys are.
like
What's
a
the word
different
I'm
world,
looking
man.
for, man?
If you weren't anywhere around sawdust, you were not in the shop.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
I see.
So,
He had that bougie, cushy job.
yeah, he did.
He was in the air conditioning.
Yeah,
He was. Yeah.
yeah. That's how the kitchen was too. If you weren't out in the kitchen, you were in the office, and you were a
That's-
fucking office.
That's the thing. You would see Mike in like fall to spring, but once it became like hot, Mike wasn't around. Like, "Dude,
he shed his
still
coat."
work here? You still working?
Yeah, I'd be in there sewing something in the air conditioning. Like that fucking place, man.
Peasants out there working in the heat.
There was parts about that job that was awesome, but there was parts about that job that sucked.
Ah, dude, when his wife came in, man, that was the end of it.
Yeah. The owner, his wife.
Oh, I
came
thought
in,
meant your
balled
wife.
everything
Oh,
up.
okay,
No.
okay.
Yeah,
Well, she-
his wife.
When she came in the picture, she fucking ruined everything. Too.
More office people got hired. The people who didn't do that much of the job, and more people in the shop got fired or let down or let off or whatever.
Yeah.
The people who make the stuff to go into the store. So yeah, it went downhill fast. Still open though.
Too many
Yeah.
Chiefs, not Athenians, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's basically everybody's background. The only other thing I got to put right out onto the table, and I don't give a fuck how uncomfortable it makes everybody. And this is a callback to a little conversation that we had at breakfast a couple of weeks ago. What would you say if I told you that that man sitting right next to you, Levy, said that never, not one time as an adult did he ever shit his pants?
Yeah, you're a liar. You're a goddamn liar.
Oh, man.
There's no way. There's no way, dude.
Did you see that there was zero hesitation?
First off, how old are you?
Me? I'm 46.
Right. So you don't, the age-old rule is you never trust a fart after 30. You've definitely shit yourself. You've definitely shit yourself.
I've never heard that rule before. I wish I knew that rule till now. The rule would have helped me out years ago.
I learned that rule at 30 and 2 days.
Yeah. I mean, I've been shitting myself for a while, but it happens.
It's like on a resume.
For the record, I have never shit my pants as an adult, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I don't believe it.
I'm sticking to it, kind of like how my underwear was sticking to my ass.
I always have to catch myself if I was drinking shitty beer. Keep like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, man.
Yep.
It's one of those trips to the bathroom.
The price tag seemed worth it at the beginning of the night
American beer for $9.
for like a 30 pack.
Yeah. What the hell was that beer that was really...
Schlitz.
Oh, man, Schlitz.
Slits, yeah.
No, there was something weird like that. Had a flag on the side of it. It was like some fucking shitty-ass beer. It was like American beer or USA beer or something. It was
American beer.
It was worse than Busch. It was bad. It was
My dad was into drinking that cheap ass beer, and I would laugh because every time he would come home from the distributor, it's like oh, this was $7 a case, and I found one for $6.35 a case. So I'm gonna try that one out, and it was some fucking beer I never heard of.
My dad used to drink fucking Black Label for fucking the longest time, and then he got himself a fucking tap, built it, put it in the refrigerator and everything like that, hooked the line up to it, and then he bought fucking Schlitz with it. I'm like, what's wrong? Why would you buy? What's the difference? Is there really a difference at that point between can, bottle, and tap for Schlitz? It's like PBR. It doesn't matter. It's just disinfecting whatever the fuck it's in anyway.
PBR is not bad if it's ice cold.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if it comes from the tap or fucking a can. It tastes exactly the fucking same.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, the shittier the beer, it doesn't
does.
matter. Yeah.
That's all it's good for, is fucking cleaning wounds.
I think you might end up with another infection if you use any of those
Yeah,
years.
MRSA or some shit.
Yeah.
Was it MSRA or whatever?
Oh man.
So Levy, what have you been up to, man? Besides growing the chops out
Uh,
for that Sabretooth cosplay.
well, we had to put my dog to sleep 2 weeks ago.
Sorry to hear that. Always way to start strong with the show with a fucking joke like that. Way to bring everybody down.
Yeah,
It's sad to hear. How old was she?
yeah. She was almost 16.
Well, there you go. She lived a good life.
She had a good run.
Yeah.
I'm bummed out that I didn't see her when I came out here. I was just at his house like
Yeah,
the week before that, and I didn't think nothing of it.
And she was a Chihuahua?
yeah.
That's really good, right, for a Chihuahua? Because
No, they average about 14, 12
do
to
they?
14.
Because
yeah.
I thought don't Chihuahuas usually have like health problems like a lot? Type of like that type of dog that usually something happens to them.
I don't think they really have much in the way of major health problems. Like mine didn't. I mean, she was just old.
Yeah.
You know, she was
Natural
just old.
causes.
She lost her hearing, and her hips were bad because you know arthritis and everything.
Right.
So, but yeah, she one morning she tripped and she couldn't support her weight anymore. She couldn't walk, and at that point, we just said, maybe this is I think this is it.
Yeah.
So, and she was in pain. So,
Yeah, no.
but
Cool. Mike, do you have any pets that died lately? No.
That's the
Brian?
worst. That is
No?
the worst
Yeah.
fucking
Me
shit
neither.
ever,
All right.
man. It really
I
is.
don't have pets because of that. Yeah.
My fiance at the time, who's my wife now, she used to have hamsters, and those fucking things would go every 2 years. I had a fucking hamster fucking burial ground in my apartment, right outside my deck. I had like 11 fucking hamsters. So we were there like how long were we fucking there? We were there 6 years, and like fucking 11 hamsters fucking buried there.
I mean, how do you even get attached to a hamster?
That's what I say. Yeah, it's like well, you do. I mean, they're because they look like little cute bears if they don't fucking bite you in the finger or whatever. But they're there and gone.
To me, they're the equivalent of having like a fish tank. You look at them for a couple seconds, spinning that little wheel or the ball rolling around the floor,
Yep.
And you go
and then you're
about
done
your
with it.
business.
I'll tell you what though,
you're
if
done
you
with
if you have like a saltwater tank, there's fish that live fucking a long time. I've had a clownfish for 12 years now, so it's been going for
That's a buddy of mine. He was big in the saltwater, fish, and he's got a puffer fish, and this
I
thing's just.
want to get rid of my shit. Does he want anything? I got live rock and a fish. I got
he
clownfish. 12 years old.
He had a store for a little while, and then that didn't go too well. Like seems like all those saltwater fish stores, they all went down. So
well, it's like a fucking expensive hobby, and then they. Who the fuck was it? The government, or I don't know if it was the island of Hawaii, or if it was the federal government. They're like, oh, you're catching all these fish and selling them. Nope, can't do that no more.
Yeah.
And then everything went fucking through the roof price wise. Because you could get a clownfish for like $10. Now you pay like $40 for it or some shit like that. Some fish you can't even get anymore. They're fucking out like outside the limit. And then Australia did the same thing too. You can't do any type of reef collection. So.
I was just talking to Ness about that shit the other day, like about what, like having pets or whatever, and it was like I have a hard time getting attached to a pet that doesn't show me like
give anything back to you,
some sort of like you know what I mean, like a dog and a cat and like certain animals like show you affection and they hang out with you and they get fucking happy when you come walking in the door and all that shit. Like
be surprised.
A snake is just like some. It looks cool as fuck, but it's just some more shit I got to take care of. That I
you would be surprised. Some fucking saltwater fish recognize you and they'll come over to the tank when you walk over and they'll follow you. And like I used to have a yellow butterfly fish, like with a long nose butterfly.
Yeah.
It used to fucking shoot water out the tank at me, so I would feed it.
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
I'd hold the shrimp up above it and it would like, it would like jump like a fucking dog and shit. It was. I mean,
it's not going to sit in my lap and watch the Sixers with me, but
no, that'd be kind of weird. Come on, fishy.
Nessa showed me a video of a squirrel faking his own death. Did you guys see that shit?
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see
where he took the broom handle? And
he took he laid out or whatever, and the broom handle was laying, and he got up and he grabbed the broom handle and he put it across like his waist, and then he laid out, and then he grabbed it and he fucking just rolled it up so it was across his neck, and then he laid out again. It was the wildest shit I ever saw, man.
CGI.
AI,
AI,
man.
AI, CGI.
That's gonna be the answer to everything, man.
Dude, it's already.
You ever see the AI video of The Rock eating rocks?
Yeah, that was back when the pizza commercials came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. It's fucked up.
That was weird.
Oh, I want to thank you and appreciate your meme posting because I saw your Jesus Christ clock picture today. I laughed for a good fucking minute and a half straight. I couldn't
Wait.
Jesus Christ, look at the time.
Jesus Christ, look at the time. It's just a picture of Jesus Christ pointing at a clock or looking up at the clock or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
But, so Levy.
Yeah.
Any positive news you'd like to share?
That's epic.
Mike, did you see it?
That's so good.
Like if you told me about it, it's not funny, but when you see it, it's fucking funny.
It's just, but it's like you would walk into somebody's house that has that, and they wouldn't put that together.
Right.
It would be like, oh, Jesus Christ, look at the time. They wouldn't put that together.
Yeah.
I like the broad.
Because the people who have a clock like that take their Jesus way too seriously.
I like the dude that gave his ma or his grandma a picture of fucking Obi-Wan, like younger Obi-Wan.
Yep.
And she had it on the fucking fireplace, like
He
in
was
her
watching.
Jesus like display or whatever, and this framed picture of Obi-Wan was her.
Yeah.
And it really did kind of have like,
Ewan
it had that
McGregor.
like Jesus look, you know, the 3/4 view, and it looks like painted and shit, and it's all like pretty and shit.
And this is the same actor that was in Trainspotting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So more positive news.
Anything interesting?
Oh, anything interesting? Well, I got some new figures.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I got that Jada Toys Street Fighter Fei Long figure.
What company?
Jada Toys. They're doing a Street Fighter line.
Like a 1/6 or 1/12 scale.
112, yeah. They actually scale really well with the SH Figuarts Street Fighter figures.
How do you spell that?
What, Jada Toys?
JAD.
JADA?
Yeah.
You know the one that make the cars too. I think what they
Yeah, they have some Street Fighter cars I saw.
What character did you get?
Like,
Fei
they
Long.
did, like,
Oh, yeah,
back
yeah.
Cars and
Yeah, and they actually did the non-transforming vehicle mode transformer.
That was the one from the movie where you
too,
did
I
the spin kick in the air. It's like, wah, wah, wah. Right?
Fei Long is the Bruce Lee analog.
Yeah.
Didn't they just do the monsters, Universal Monsters too? Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah.
It looks like it's built like a Marvel Legends kind of.
Yeah, but it's got far better articulations, like better range of motion.
Yeah.
I think it's built better.
Put it up on the screen, my friend.
Oh shit! I thought I did.
Come on, you can do the
and like
Tony
I said,
Stark thing where you just swipe and throw.
They scale pretty
Come on,
well
Tony
with the
Stark,
SHF Street Fighter
There you go.
figures because, which is a good thing because I'm pretty sure the Street Fighter or the SHF Street Fighter figure line is dead. They haven't come out with anything in like 2 years.
Is that right?
So is that their package? Is that the packaging for it
Yeah.
up there?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Doesn't Storm have a Street Fighter?
Storm.
Oh,
Did they
that
do
is
Street
fucking
Fighters?
cool.
Oh yeah.
man. Look
But
at that.
they're way out of
That's
scale.
something I would leave in the box.
They're like 7.
Yeah.
They're huge.
Yeah.
That looks cool. That's a cool display.
Yeah. So,
Especially if they did like versus boxes, like where they would sell 2 characters.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be.
but so the first wave is consisting of Fei Long, Ryu, and Chun Li, and then the second wave is going to be M Bison, Dalsim, and Ken.
Okay.
And the Dalsim one is really nice because he comes with interchangeable limbs, so he has the long stretched out limbs that you can replace and everything.
Right.
It's really and they're like bendy and stuff. It's really cool. So
They did the fire kick too. With him.
yeah,
Like a little. Is that a leg or is that a piece that goes on?
it's a piece that goes over his leg.
Okay.
So
Where are we looking at? Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super posable. It's pretty cool.
yeah.
Click on that Chun Li. See, they messed it up. They gave her. They gave her pants. What the hell? That's not game correct.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, she had darker
Those
legs.
aren't pants. Or are those pants?
I thought they were.
No, they're stockings. So, But I have the SHF Chun-Li, so I won't be getting the Jada toys. I'll be just getting Jada figures of ones I didn't get from the SHF.
I don't like the faces. They seem weird.
Oops.
Hmm.
Maybe because they're more the white of the eyes, like they're larger than normal. Just something about it.
I mean, the faces are good. I mean, they're pretty accurate.
I still like the Storm. The Storm versions are really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the Storm collectibles are just way too expensive. That Fei Long figure was $25.
Yeah, I get what you pay for.
You know, and I think it, like I said, it meshes real well with the SHF line. So I got that, but then I also got Storm Collectibles Balrog from Street Fighter. So because Balrog's one of my favorite characters. So I don't really collect the.
You gonna get a little mini keyboard for him?
What?
Gonna get a little mini keyboard for him?
It's one of the funny.
You 1/12 scale keyboard just for him.
There's an old Street Fighter cartoon that was done by an American animation company and whatnot. It was really, really bad, and it's like it's become like a huge source of memes.
Wait, which game?
Street Fighter. There was a Street Fighter cartoon many years ago.
Was it the anime?
No, it was an American cartoon.
Oh, an American cartoon.
So it was shit.
Yeah. I was gonna say the anime was decent.
And the anime was fine, but no, this American cartoon was just shit. And there's a scene where because Bison and Bison had his henchmen, had the other Shadaloo bosses like Sagat, Vega, and Balrog. So Balrog was at a computer typing on the keyboard, but he still had his boxing gloves on.
That makes sense.
I bet if I Google Balrog typing, it'd come right up. Jesus. Typing. Look at it.
But at least they're big keys.
Yeah, they are big keys. Yeah, yeah. It would have been good if it was his little tiny ass, the little regular keyboard.
Yeah. So I got a couple of the NECA Gargoyles figures that just released. Brooklyn. Maybe he might have been the only one that I got. I can't remember.
Which one's the one that looks like a pterodactyl a little bit?
Brooklyn.
That's Brooklyn.
He's the brown one with the long beak.
And then the old man,
Hudson.
think. Or no, Hudson wasn't the last one. Was it Brooklyn, Bronx? No, Bronx is the dog, right?
Yeah.
I get them fucking things mixed up all the time. Who's the other kind of chubby one?
Oh, Broadway. That's it. Yeah.
Broadway.
Yeah. I got Broadway.
Yes.
So,
Where are you finding them?
Big Bad Toy Store, typically. Like for like American toy lines, I'll go to Big Bad Toy Store. For Japanese toy lines, I'll shop at Ami Ami.
Okay.
Typically. So,
Wait, you get gargoyles?
Yeah, but I've been finding them at Target.
Yeah, I can get them from TCP if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Old money.
Yeah.
The joke never gets old.
Yeah. So, I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter 6 lately. It just launched like 2 weeks ago. And holy shit, that game is so much fun. I haven't had much fun with a fighting game in a long time.
I haven't even seen it yet.
Fucking yeah, the game looks great, it plays great, so much better than Street Fighter 5.
Same fighting style, like.
Yeah, I mean it plays like a typical. Well, yeah, it plays like a typical Street Fighter game, but there's still a learning curve. It's got new mechanics in it and whatnot. Like drive impact, drive rush. The drive meter. But I mean, your basic fundamentals of Street Fighter are still there. You got 6 buttons. You got your special moves, your normal moves.
Right.
It's still on a 2D plane. Excuse me. But, yeah, I mean, the graphics are phenomenal. This game is probably the most beautiful Street Fighter game, since they went 3D. I still think, Street Fighter 3 is probably one of my favorites in terms of looks, just because of the animation in Street Fighter 3. I mean, you've seen that, Jed, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean the animation in Street Fighter 3 is just
looks good.
second to none.
Is this where you create your own characters, right?
For World Tour mode.
Okay.
What's also cool though is you can take your created character and go into the Battle Hub, which is like a social space where you can just run around with your avatar and go to actual virtual arcade cabinets and sit down and play people. But then you can also do avatar battles where you actually, because in World Tour mode, you can unlock other characters' moves and make them part of your moveset. And so you can mix and match special moves and stuff. So you can have E Honda's Headbutt, but then have Dulcim's Yoga Fire, or Zangief's Pile Driver or whatever. So you can go into Battle Hub and go to avatar battles and have your avatars fight, and so
this is online. This is against other people online.
Yeah, and what's really funny is when people, because you can have people who make like normal looking characters, but then you can have people who make freaks, man. And it was funny. This one guy I watch on YouTube. I follow him on YouTube, and he said, "Let's get some freak fights started." So he starts he goes into the Battle Hub and starts getting people to, with the freakiest looking fucking avatars to just start fighting. Like, you got guys with like little arms like this, big wide chest, like thin waist and shit. Some of the most ridiculous shit.
Is that one where you can make like a refrigerator, your avatar or something?
No. That's a character you have to fight in World Tour mode.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's funny though.
Call me an old fuck, but I have zero urge to want to play fighting games online against people.
Yeah,
I definitely
you lose. You get beat up so quick. And
I just
want
I want to be sitting next to or standing next to the person I'm playing. It's just call me an old school, but all the shit talking, exactly, man, you can't. It's
swipe their controller out of their hand.
Me getting my ass beat or beating somebody's ass from across the world. I guess it's cool in a sense where you can play somebody across the world, but there's no.
Well, I mean, in this day and age, though, I mean, it's tough to find local people, because despite
none of us go into public anymore.
Well, despite the best efforts of games like the Mortal Kombat games and now Street Fighter 6, who are doing a really I think exemplary job of introducing new players to fighting games, because fighting games are probably the hardest game to learn.
Yeah, especially
to get beyond the button mashing stage.
Yeah.
To actually learn how to play a fighting game is probably one of the hardest things to do in gaming.
Well, especially now, the newer fighting games, because I remember when we were coming up, I remember the run button was revolutionary. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, you just had a couple of punches and kicks and special moves, but it was still sort of basic. But I remember playing some of the later combat games where it's you have all these special moves and this is what all your buttons do. But then if you pull a weapon out, now these buttons do different shit and you have different special moves. And then there was switching up fighting styles and all that shit.
3 different characters,
all that
fighting styles.
Yeah, all that shit was just made me go brain dead when I was trying to think of what to fucking do. It was just too much shit.
Yeah. But even beyond that, when you get into the high level tournament caliber fighting games, you're talking about counting frames and knowing how many frames of advantage this move has on block and on hit.
Yeah.
How many frames of frames of startup this button has, so you can link into it off of this button here.
Timing. It's perfect timing.
Yeah. And in Street Fighter 4, you had combos that you had to hit with the timing of 1/60th of a second.
Right.
And so it's just
that's why I lose.
Yeah, I just saw that. I just think about my own hand-eye coordination, and I like to think that it's good, but then I'll watch a fucking 8-year-old kid play Eruption fucking flawlessly on the internet, and I'm so equate that to video games. That's
all CGI.
There's gonna be that 8-year-old kid playing Eruption is gonna be in the form of some kid playing Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter that I have zero fucking chance.
And that's the thing. That's the thing.
That's a deep fake.
It's a deep.
That's the thing that I
whatever
think really,
you got to make yourself feel better.
That's the thing that really holds people back too, is because when you go to try and play online, you just spent hours in training mode, learning your special moves, learning what your normal attacks do, learning how to move back and forth and jump, and you get online and then somebody just fucking houses you with a 16-hit combo. You get back up. What the fuck was that? Boom! Now you're dead.
Yep.
How are you supposed to? And the game doesn't. The games don't do enough to teach you how to even progress beyond the button mashing stage.
I'll go backwards and go play Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, and so it's a big turnoff.
But that's Street Masochist 5
Yeah.
just beat the shit out of me in the corner and fucking repeat it over.
Don't they have some kind of point system, like where your character, like you online, have like for every win you get points, and for every loss you lose points, and then it kind of can put you into divisions
Like
and
a
put you up against other people
matchmaking.
that
They have matchmaking that tries to match you up with people of appropriate
You
skill level.
suck. We'll put you down. We'll put you over here in this bucket with all the other people that suck.
Here, fight the one-armed kid.
Yeah, they the one-armed kid will probably beat your ass.
Yeah,
Because I've seen people who are near quadriplegic fucking playing this game.
He's
at
this
tournament
kid's
level.
playing with his feet while he's like eating Cheetos and
I know of somebody that plays with their tongue.
yeah.
Dear Capcom, thank you for giving my character cerebral
Yeah,
palsy.
he's a disabled guy, and like he has very limited use of his hands.
Yeah.
And so he holds the Xbox controller and he uses his cheek to move the thumbstick, and then he uses his tongue to press the buttons.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
And he would probably beat the ass of just about of any casual person that came up to the machine.
Yeah. See,
I mean, you just by watching his gameplay footage, you'd never tell he was playing the way he is, or that he was disabled.
Cheater.
That's the other kind of shit that I see that like crushes my confidence in my abilities to do the things that I like doing. Like I saw this one dude not on YouTube. I think he was on Facebook. Chris posted him in the WTF group, and he was doing songs by like certain bands, but playing them in the style of other bands.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, but it was really fucking super creative, and the dude himself was super fucking talented. And
I don't
he played
see how that's creative. You're just
played
taking
it.
one band and putting
Yeah, but that's
songs together.
it's creative. There's definitely a level. Yeah, but that's because you don't like anything.
That's not true. That's not
it
true.
is true, Jed.
That is just
That is not true.
it's you're
I like things.
You're looking at that. You're looking at that as the fucking snooty Rush fan.
I just
Jed.
don't. Well, I just don't like it. That's
No,
fine.
I get it. I get that. You
It's
don't-
like taking one thing and another thing and putting on a T-shirt and selling it.
right. I knew that's what I was going. I knew it. It was. It started here, and it was. I was watching it roll down the hill the whole time.
It's just open. That's
But anyway,
Mike was trying to change the subject.
Would you believe me if I told you that there was a blind tournament player? He plays Street Fighter and he's blind,
and he's blind.
and he plays in tournaments
Do you ever win?
and he wins.
yeah, Over's crazy.
It's because before Street Fighter 6 came out, because I think was he playing Street Fighter 4 or did he start in 5? I think he was playing in Street Fighter 4, but the game sounds different depending on where your character is located on the screen in relation to the opponent. He was playing by sound.
That's
Yeah.
so crazy on detail.
But now Street Fighter 6 actually has accessibility options for blind players, where it actually beeps at different rates depending on how close you are to your opponent. It makes different sounds according to what moves are being done.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That's pretty wild.
The Street Fighter 6 is probably the most content-rich Street Fighter game that Capcom has ever produced. There's so much single-player content. There's content for hardcore tournament players. There's so many accessibility options, like I said, for disabled people and blind people to play. And it's
I forgot
fantastic.
to say that the guy had one hand. That's what I was working up to. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I forgot to throw that in.
Oh, sorry.
The story didn't really
mean to
mean jack
step
shit
over
until I saw that
Yeah.
he only had he had a hand, and he had like a half a hand, and it was all. But he played drums and he played guitar and bass and fucking sang and all. Look at Jed. Jed hates everything.
Well, the drummer from Def Leppard only had one arm.
That's true.
Yeah.
And he still beat his wife. It's true. He did. It's an asshole.
Christ, Jed.
It's true. It's
Can you not say stuff like that when I'm taking a drink?
Hey, go to the Facebook chat for Blackout. I put a link in there. I want you to watch them. See, this thing is I like.
Are we going to watch this guy beat his wife?
No, it's one dude beat his friend. It's really funny. It's choreographed, but it's really funny.
Did you guys see this?
No, what are they doing? SH figure arts, Jamiroquai.
Absolutely. I just saw this today. I never knew I needed a Jamiroquai figure, but here we are.
I mean, I'm down if they do a Taylor Swift.
Scroll.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
You don't Virtual Insanity? You never saw that video? It's an amazing music video.
No,
Jamiroquai.
no.
Okay. Go to my profile, Mike.
You know, the whole movie.
They actually made a stop motion animation
all like,
that remakes the video.
The whole set
Where?
moved around him.
It should have been.
No, I haven't watched.
Oh, it went away.
I haven't watched a new music video in.
Oh, you fuckers!
Well, I mean,
Long
this
time.
is early '90s.
Oh no, completely did not see that.
All right,
ever.
Levy, here you go. You ready?
I mean, you've had 30 years.
Oh, they took it down.
Never come across.
I don't think so.
music video.
I don't think so. If I did, maybe I
think
all the
we'll
drugs I forgot about.
We'll have to watch it. After.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Your dad doesn't like anything.
That's what you're fucking headed.
No. No.
Hey, Mike. I don't know why that post on my profile is showing not available because it's right here. But here, just check this out.
Do you have the heat on here, by the way?
No, I do not.
Anybody else fucking sweating? No? Oh, man. That's what happens when I fucking leave the house.
So they use
The figure. I think I
did the video.
I can't tell if it's stop motion with motion interpolation or a render.
Superimposed.
It was.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It was
but-
really fucking clean.
yeah, if it is stop motion, then they use some sort of motion interpolation. But yeah, it's cool.
You never heard this song?
No.
Man, what rock do you live under?
I don't know.
It's actually the figure.
What was that?
Dream Theater, Rush Rock, maybe?
Yeah,
Kohi Cambria.
Yeah, but I mean that could
was
be
buried by
done
progressive
in
music.
CGI if they're
I
trying to make it look
completely
like-
missed that shit.
So I'm inclined to think it is stop motion. Like I said, with the
would
motion
you like
interpolation.
to
but-
have the animator take a look at it and see if I tell you what it is?
Yeah, but unfortunately, I think this figure is some sort of like Tamashii Nations exclusive. Oh,
Let me look at it. I want to see if it's stop motion or CGI.
that might be near the end. You might have to.
It is, but it sucks.
Yeah,
It's over.
yeah.
Sorry, it's not Dream
I have to start it
Theater.
over.
No, I mean a music character.
Oh.
I know they've done
Freddie
a lot.
Mercury? Was that
Yeah,
Stooges?
Freddie Mercury,
Michael Jackson.
First was Michael Jackson. They got two
Yep.
Freddie Mercurys. One from live at Wimbledon,
Yeah.
or Wembley Stadium rather.
Yep.
And then the Live Aid costume.
Okay.
And
What
then
MJ did you get?
Smooth Criminal. That's the only one that they made, I think. And then now Jamiroquai. I don't think they've made any other music artists. I could be wrong though.
So it's. I mean, that's okay. So if they've only done those three, that's a hell of a choice to go Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury,
Jamiroquai.
You know what I mean? Like he's not that. I mean, he made, in my opinion, he made good music, but he didn't make Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Freddie
And he made a
Mercury.
very
music, you know?
he made a very good
That's
music
like
video.
two legends.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
he's-
like two fucking legends.
Yeah,
bro.
Jamiroquai's got like a legendary video.
Oh, it's
like first of its kind.
Godzilla. That's the
video.
other
That video.
What's
you
that?
know what I mean?
Godzilla. That's the other musician.
Nice.
So,
Guess what? We're in the middle of Levy's Hall again, Jed.
Yep. It's never ending. It's like an infinite thing.
oh no, I mean,
Dude, did you purposely give me the fucking Eagles glass?
I didn't, but now I'm glad I did.
oh, and I got Mayfex Nightwing, Magneto, Steel.
Let me see this Nightwing.
Are you going to get that Spider-Man
I don't-
Did
2099?
you hide it?
Mike might have
Mike hit it. Yeah.
put it away. Yeah, that's for brother Kyle.
Oh, you know what?
next
Didn't they
band
do
that
that? Didn't they do that Japanese virtual musician chick too?
Yeah. What's that?
The chick with the real long,
Oh, maybe,
green,
yeah.
hair, or is that Figma that did that?
Pretty good.
I don't know who this is. There's a Japanese guy. His name's Shoshi Nagabushi. He comes with his harmonica and sunglasses and stuff. Those Japanese artists.
If I eat an apple, like 2 hours from now, I look like somebody knocked me the fuck out.
It's the skin, man.
What?
Gotta take the skin off.
Really?
Yeah.
My eyes get all puffed the fuck out of my head.
Have you always been like that?
Not every time. I usually eat apples and stuff. Like I don't always eat like raw apples, but
Yeah, but I mean, as long as I've known you, have you always been allergic to apples? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's good that you weren't allergic to bananas.
Oh, they did Daft Punk.
Are they?
They did that, Levy. They did Daft Punk.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
who's that?
Oh, that's right.
SH
Yeah, they
Figures.
did do a Daft Punk, didn't they?
and another Japanese artist. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, they don't matter.
Wow.
Not to those with American sensibilities.
I walked into my dad's house one time. He was listening to
Like, I don't
Daft
know who
Punk.
this is. Like, who is this guy?
I walked into his house one time and he was listening to Daft Punk.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not that asshole music that you listen to.
Was he watching Tron or something?
No, he just had it. It was on in the mix. Like he has like a Spotify fucking mix and fucking Daft Punk.
Those are words I never thought I'd ever hear in the same sentence.
Yeah.
My dad and Daft Punk.
I'll give him credit for this. He always listens to shit that ain't radio shit. Like he actually goes out of his way to like find, even though I don't like any of the shit that he listens to, I respect that he actually like
broadens his
goes off the fucking rails a little bit to try to find some stuff.
He's not just stuck on Dream Theater and Rush.
Right.
Coheed
and Cambria.
Jen takes exception to that.
Yeah, that's a very...
It's all progressive. Rush, Coheed, Cambria.
Yeah, sure.
Dream Theater.
I can't stand Rush.
You don't like music, so
You know,
just in general.
it's true, man.
I just no. I like. I'll listen to music while I'm driving and when I'm doing like, maybe when I'm doing some other stuff. But I will never listen to Rush voluntarily.
It's like riding in a Jeep. It's either you love it. Or
I can't stand. I can't stand
Okay.
the singer's voice.
Yeah, it's the hype.
Are you busting on me now because I got a Jeep?
Do you have a Jeep? Yeah. I was just telling my wife earlier today, but I said like if she's like, why don't we get a Wrangler? Again, like you had one 20 years. I'm like, no. I'm like it's either you love it or you hate it because I used to have a fucking soft top and it was just like it's fucking wind and fucking there's every bump you fucking feel. I'm like, you're not gonna like that. You're just fucking. You gotta love that shit.
It's not a comfortable ride, but
it's just
it is nice to take the doors off.
Fucking, I used to have the half moon doors, and I'd fucking rip everything off. It was a shit. I remember I was telling her a story. I was like, I bought it the first time. I was driving. I used to have an '87 Wrangler, and I was driving home without the top on, and these fucking people are waving at me. I'm like, what the fuck is? Why are people fucking waving at me? I'm like, is this? I'm like, I just pulled over. I'm like, is there something fucked up on the front? Does it say fucking something on the front or some shit? So I got back in, I was driving, fucking somebody else waved me. And then I found out about the fucking Jeep wave and how fucking Jeep owners wave to each other. And I was like, so fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't wave.
No.
Nah,
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Yeah. I tried it with my Firebird the one time, and they don't. People in the Fibers,
Firebird
they
people
don't. They
wave.
wave back. They flip you off like you just.
I started waving to the new Broncos. That's who I started waving to.
I have like a girl Jeep, but I should start waving at people in like man Jeeps.
Nobody waves back.
Wait, what do you have? A Liberty?
It's a Patriot.
Patriot. Yeah, that's it.
even
That's not
worse.
really a Jeep. That's
it's
like a Suzuki.
It's like a minor. It's like a AAA.
What were those Suzukis that want to be Jeeps back in the day?
Side.
No, the sidekicks, the
Sidekicks,
Rav
something like
Fours
that?
and shit.
Sidekicks. Those were the
Yeah.
that's what you got. Sidekicks.
John had. What did John have, Levy? John had one of those fucking.
like you could pick it up and
The
go
Jeep
ring,
lights.
ring, ring,
Yeah.
ring.
Yeah. Was it a Suzuki or
Something like that.
yeah?
Like the
Levy, I gotta ask, man. Well, so I have a 2-part question. Actually, it's kind of a 3-part question. Who would you say loves music more, you or me?
You,
Who would you say loves music more, you or Jed?
Jed.
You're the only one of the 3 of us that has music action figures in your collection.
This is true.
I don't know.
technically they are movie action figures as well.
Yeah.
So did you get the Michael Jackson and the Freddie Mercury because of the movies that were made of them?
No, I just got them because they were cool looking.
They're icons.
And because it's Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He likes Queen and
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
When I say I don't like music, I mean like I don't. I mean, and I've explained this before. I don't. No, it's not that. It's just that I don't listen to music just to listen to music. You know, I'll listen.
have a purpose.
I'll listen to music while I'm driving. You know, or if I'm not even. Well, sometimes I listen to music at work, but I mean, it doesn't. I don't know.
So the rest of us look at music more like a soundtrack, and you look at it more like a score. Like it's just kind of in the background, just fucking.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, then there are songs that I do really enjoy, and that I do like to listen to.
do you experience that going through your life when you hear like that one song? Does it bring it back to a spot?
Oh, all the time.
That does that all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
No, not really.
See, yeah.
I mean, it'll
Soundtrack of our lives.
Yeah,
Score
yeah.
to a music.
Right.
it'll inspire emotion in me. Like, when I like something and like it fires me up, then I'll feel that. But it doesn't take me back to anything.
There's some songs that I'll listen to and it'll take me back to a key moment in my life.
Yeah.
Like something that happened while hearing that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it reminds or it takes me back to specific moments, but just more eras.
Mm-hmm.
She's been listening to, she's been playing the 90s playlist on Spotify the last like week or so, and it's just like running me through my high school days.
Oh yeah,
totally. But like not necessarily any specific thing, but just like it's definitely got a feeling to it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. The music will determine whether I'm going to have a really good day of working or a really bad day of working. And I know now, doing what I do, I have to not listen to stuff that's like metal, screaming music, or anything like that.
So
like,
what's the go-to at work then? What do you need?
My
to chill?
go-to, dude? I listen to like
Barry Manilow.
No, I mean, it would be one, but I mean, right now the main playlists that get played, it's all like island, Caribbean, like reggae
right?
stuff. You know what I mean? Just like
chill
music.
He wants to feel like he's on vacation while he's at work.
Yeah, Dirty Heads. Like listen to them. I Terror. Like it's that, like that's the stuff I need to listen to. But I've been on job sites where like somebody's got like freaking heavy metal playing. I'm just like, I gotta get out of here. Like, I can't. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. I'm gonna freak out. And like nothing is even happening. It's just it just gets me amped up. I don't want to be there.
I listen. I see. I'm on my earbuds and shit. Like we're not subjected. Like we were at the old job. We were subjected to one like
top 40 music
radio, and it was like top 40 fucking
top 40 music.
Like was it 100.7 or whatever the fucking goofy ass pop station is, and it wasn't B104. It was the other goofy ass station that we got that plays all that pop shit.
Yeah.
And it was
ZZO?
the same fucking not pop rock. ZZO is, man, like they're just,
if it's not some AC/DC song or Run to the Hills.
I just get so mad that they play the same stuff over and over again.
That's terrestrial radio anymore.
It is, but what makes me madder is that people call in. It's like, we're having the request hour between 3 and 4, and all these dumb motherfuckers are calling up and asking for fucking, the
same song they just played an hour ago.
Playing. And it's like, dude, here's your chance, man. The one time, I don't know if I ever told you this one. I know I didn't tell you this one, but Warrant was playing at Croc Rocks back in the day.
Yeah, Cherry Pie, right?
Yeah. But they had some fucking badass albums and shit. Their later albums like that they put out during the grunge era were really cool, like heavier and shit. And they had them on the radio station, and they were like doing interviews and shit, and like people were calling in and requesting fucking Warrant songs, and they would play like one per block. So I called in, and I can't remember what the fuck I asked for, but it was some B-side shit, Like, nah, we can't play that.
We can't play that.
What do you mean you can't play it? I mean, motherfuckers are like, if you're ever gonna play it, now's the time to play it. Like,
exactly. Now, I mean, even satellite radio. Like, I was, paying for that. Listening to, I don't know, what's that, like, rock station, Octane.
Octane,
like,
yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
And it's the same
shit, man. It's either, if they're not playing Shine Down, they're playing freaking Three Doors Down. If it's not Three Doors Down, they're playing, what's the other like bands that are like that? I don't like any of them. They drive me up a wall, and it's probably because of satellite radio playing them nonstop. But it's like every day it'd be like the same playlist.
I noticed my Pandora drifts into the same songs, like bands I like, and they'll filter through a lot of cool shit. Like if I got like Bullet from My Valentine on, it'll go through A7X and then Kill Switch and Seven Dust and all this, which is awesome the first time you listen to it. But then
there's your
by
problem.
the 100th time you listen to it, it's like you realize that they're playing the same music over and over again.
You're still using Pandora. That's the issue.
Instead of what? Instead
Spotify
of
or something.
Yeah.
I mean, like, get with the times.
You know what? I guess I don't care enough. Like if I really want to hear a song, I'll go on YouTube and listen to it. But I don't know.
What's wrong with my XM radio?
No, I never had XM.
So, did you guys hear that Beatles are coming out with a new album this year?
I did.
And
There's some
that
AI shit with John Lennon.
Paul McCartney is going to take John Lennon's singing voice from unreleased demo tapes, and he said it has sampled, and he's using AI to recreate him singing on the album.
So is it going to be like John Lennon 60s, or are they going to
I don't
age
know.
him and make him look like John Lennon, like how he would look today?
I don't know if I don't know if they're going to do a visual thing or not, but they're cloning his voice
Okay.
so that they can basically fill in, lyrics that he would be singing based on his musical intonations and his singing style from previous tapes and stuff like that are kind of close to the music that they're going to be releasing.
I'm torn on this, man.
I love it.
I'm torn on it because, I'll tell you why. Like, when I first heard about it, I was like, man, fuck that, dude. It's like, nah, I can't, like, don't do it. But then I had to put it in terms of something that maybe I would want that I can't have, like a new Van Halen album. If I knew that if I could just get it out of my head, or not get it out of my head, but just understand, like, all right, we're going to clone all of Eddie's playing and his style and everything from all the shit that he ever played on. And it's going to be Dave and Michael Anthony and Alex, but it's going to be this AI Eddie, but you can get Eddie Van Halen for one more album. Like, and just like, cause you hear his playing, there's like certain people, like you hear Ozzy's voice or Axl Rose's voice or Slash's guitar playing or Nuno. There's certain musicians where you hear what they're doing and you just fucking like, you know, it's them just like after hearing a few notes. And Eddie's playing was always like that to me.
Yeah. The Browns.
So like, I just want to hear that again. I want to hear something new I haven't heard yet, man. Because they wasted so much fucking time arguing when they could have been making albums and they didn't. So if I look at it from that angle, I'm like, oh, I will kind of be into that.
Or like, say someone like, because John Lennon's been dead for a while, but like somebody who maybe just died not too like long ago, but a while ago, like, say like you want to get some new Chris Cornell. Shit like that.
Yeah.
See, now that'd be kind of cool. And then everyone's like, no, that's fucking sacrilegious. That's just fucking an unholy, fucking soulless version of that person. But
Yeah.
if it's unreleased shit, it's not like they just fucking create out air.
You said it
right?
in an angry voice to make it sound worse than it is. But
that's
I
what
do
people
agree
think.
with them a little bit. I
That's
do agree
the other
with them a little
the other
bit.
side of people looking at it. They're like,
right
no,
down
that's
the
not.
middle.
That's not John Lennon. That's just fucking some computer pretending to be John Lennon.
Well,
But
it's not anything new from what they've done before.
Right.
Like they did that with Tupac.
people don't understand. They've been using fucking auto-tune for fucking 40 years. It's just so you don't know that it's been there.
Right.
Thanks, Cher.
Seriously, since the fucking 80s they've been using it. They just didn't say it. They've fucking been masters, been fucking doing that forever. But no, seriously, like if you fucking have like one side of the thing where they're like, no, it's unholy and soulless and don't do that because it's not real. But if you have some 4-track or some half-ass recording that's not like super studio quality, and you could take that, sample it, and like improve it so it is studio quality, what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
And filling in like little breaks and gaps that would sound like, you're interpolating, like musical notes in there that would be missing.
Well, no, that I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
And that's what they're basically doing with this shit. So, with Lennon stuff.
I thought they were talking about like just completely like fabricating some new shit. Like what would he have written in 2023 if John Lennon was still with us? What would he be writing? And how would he be singing? And what would the vocals consist of? And all that shit.
That's interesting too. But that's more of like you're sampling something and then generating it based on the samples.
Yeah. It's
like all the other AI stuff that's out there now.
I have an even bigger question, more pressing question.
I hope they use that technology for some Milli Vanilli stuff.
Something that could just be entered. Nobody would care, right? It's like, yeah, give us more fucking milk. Like that's just comical.
I haven't heard of them guys in a while. I don't know why.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, they're dead, I think, right?
No, I have a more pressing question. Do you think McCartney's going to put Yoko Ono on the album?
No.
Like Yoko, but they're going to make her good, make her sound good.
Did you ever see that video of Chuck Berry and John Lennon?
And Chuck Berry's his eyeball on that bitch.
And fucking Yoko Ono just starts screaming.
Yeah. Get her the fuck
And he
off.
just gives her that side eye.
He's not like really, he's not saying it, but His eye says it
He's
all.
like,
Get that bitch.
Get that devil woman off my stage.
Yeah.
That was
Don't forget the Beatles they've been doing like a lot of NFT shit too. Back when I was big, like a year or two ago.
Beatles were doing.
McCartney's like trying to roll money over as much as he can. With
Yeah,
all that
I don't
shit.
know what's going on there. Who owns? Didn't Michael Jackson own the Beatles' whole discography? Didn't he buy it? or
Yes.
He
some
actually
shit?
he swiped it out from under Paul McCartney.
Yep. Yep.
After Paul McCartney told us, hey, if you want to make money, the real money's in music rights.
Yeah. So he bought fucking.
So he bought the Beatles out from under McCartney.
Yep.
They didn't speak for years, apparently.
Shaq
after that.
owns Marilyn Monroe and Elvis Presley, likenesses and stuff, and a few other people too.
Really? That's just strange.
Dude, fucking
man.
Shaq owns
Likeness rights or music rights?
I know it's likeness rights, but Elvis Presley, I'm not sure how that is. You look it up sometime. All the shit that Shaq owns, like
Yeah.
Five Guys.
I believe
all
it.
the fuck. He flips
He owns
so
the
many
rights to
fucking-
Shaq Fu
The whole
also.
likeness thing is kind of weird.
Dude, he has billions. He flips so many
Greatest fighting game
things.
coming out of the 90s.
Yeah, right.
What's that?
Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu.
Yeah, right.
Hey, speaking of AI, Mike, go back to my profile, Facebook profile again, and then scroll down to the Swole Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
You know who that dude looks like? It looks like Mark Singer.
Yeah, the Beastmaster.
Yep.
But this is AI
Doing everybody
doing
jacked.
like if everybody was jacked in Star Wars.
Okay.
there's some real bangers in here too, man.
I really like that one.
Han Swallow.
That looks like the dude from fucking Karate Kid.
Yeah, it does.
Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, Chewbacca.
That's funny. Death Star.
We got Death Star. We got Death Star.
That's awesome.
This is like
I was just
borderline.
gonna ask if they did.
That looks like some shit that like my chick would be fucking masturbating.
That's
to.
like Fist of the North Star shit.
Yeah.
Give us.
Go back to R2. He's got a big fucking cock piece there.
Yeah, he does. This also looks like something my girl would masturbate to.
That's pretty cool, dude.
That's weird. Like that it turned it into a fucking like a
Road Warrior?
road vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Road Warrior.
but it's still. You could see like where if you look down on it from the top, it probably would look. It has a little bit of the shape, but it's just.
Of the Millennium Falcon, yeah.
It's wild how it comes up with that shit.
The Jawa.
Do you know who this?
Teeny motherfucker.
You know what this reminded me of, Levy? The dudes-
guys from Mortal Kombat.
Kombat 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
The guards from Mortal Kombat movie. Grand Moff Tarkin looks like he don't talk about Fight Club. this one made me almost piss my pants.
It's like, I never saw a Jack Skeleton before.
Oh, Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, man. I almost pissed my pants when I saw that. Like if you go back to Greedo and look at the arms, it still looks like a rubber suit.
It does, yeah.
That looks like Tom Hardy.
It does look like Tom Hardy. That's it.
Yeah, no, the Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, man, that shit was funny.
So I told you guys like 4 months ago about the whole AI thing. Jed Stradamus has spoken.
And told us what?
That was going to be a big fucking thing,
We
like the
knew
next
that. We
internet.
didn't need you to tell us that.
You didn't
He's
know
asking.
that.
He's interacting like he said something profound.
We broke the news before everyone else knew.
Jed, tell me who won the Phillies game last night.
Not the Phillies.
Yeah, it wasn't Philly.
They actually did win yesterday.
They said with that AI stuff, like it's gonna affect music too.
It's going to affect a lot of shit. It's going to affect music, art, fucking...
I don't like
It already is.
I
I
don't like it.
I'm not-
I don't like it.
I can see like some uses for it, but it's not going to get used
Yeah,
for...
but you're not going to be able to get those uses that you think are good out of it without getting everything.
Yeah.
That's the problem with it. It's going to be
I was
bad
gonna.
It's an all or nothing package.
yeah.
I was gonna ask you, Mike, if that post you put out a few days ago, maybe at the beginning of the week about AI,
Yeah.
were you like trolling or were you serious about it?
No, I was serious about it. Like I think it. Like
what?
I've seen certain aspects of it that I like. You know, like they're adding it to Photoshop for certain shit. I don't like some of the shit because it's cheap. Like it's just cheap letting the robot do the work for you. Like, but
that's the thing. It's going to dumb our society down.
it really is. Yeah.
Creativity is going to be gone. If it's right in your final exam stuff, your letters and stuff, that all this stuff that you need for school. If it's going to do poems and write stories and everything, then where's the creativity in society then?
So I was gonna talk to you about it because I didn't want to reply on the post because I didn't want to go into a big back and forth and stuff like that. But I want to say right up front, like, this is nothing personal, like, against you. I'm not like trying to fucking dig on you or anything like that. But one of your replies to someone said something around the fact that anybody with a computer can do what you can do.
Yeah.
And you said, I went to school to be a graphic artist, and I don't think that a computer can do what I learned or whatever, right?
Right.
I'm asking this an honest question. I'm not making a joke or anything like that. What did you learn in college that as a graphic artist, right? Like, how many years ago did you go to school? Like 10 years ago?
Like, I would have graduated about 10 years. Yeah, 10 years ago.
What did you learn back then that you can take away from that whole college training that people wouldn't be able to self-teach themselves today?
I don't think there's anything that anybody can't teach themselves.
Well, you said that. I don't
Like,
think,
wait,
I can't remember how your reply was. It's something like, I don't think anybody with a computer can do what I do. I think that's what you said.
She said it was the way that she worded it was like, because she was talking about like people that do like traditional art. It's like, here's a pencil and paper, or here's paint brushes and all that kind of shit. But then it sounded like she was saying about like digital artists, like, well, once you step over into like Illustrator and Photoshop and all that kind of shit, then you're not like, it's like, well, anybody could fucking do that shit,
Right.
But anybody could really teach themselves anything. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like, and the way I understand what you're saying. Like,
that's what she said. If you pick up a brush or whatever, it's different than picking up a mouse.
Yeah.
Or
Like, yeah. But I think that you could teach yourself that too. I think you can teach yourself how to paint.
Oh yeah.
Teach yourself
Does
how to
anybody else
draw.
smell toast?
Yes.
Okay.
That's Mike thinking.
That is Mike thinking.
Isn't that sign of a stroke?
Yeah, something like that. I smell toast.
What you smell toast?
Smelling burnt toast.
Your
Maybe.
brain smells like toast. Yeah. Yeah. It's
Sorry to interrupt, but yeah, I just want to make sure.
Well, no, I mean, if you're having a stroke, I think we should probably.
We're all having a stroke. I smell it too.
That was from Archer. There was a whole season of Archer, and that's what they kept going back and forth with. Like, I smell toast. You're not having a stroke. It's like the whole season is great.
Oh, scroll back down.
So back to the whole AI thing, right?
Well, not that, but that's pretty funny too.
That poor hyena is paralyzed. I've seen videos. There's other videos of that hyena.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
is he really?
Yeah. That's how they're getting
God.
around. That's how that hyena is getting around.
Well, good for him.
Yeah. Good for him.
Not
man.
letting his broken
Perseverance.
legs, not hold him back.
The lion in the background
Doesn't even want to eat that one. Yeah.
Move. I'm sorry.
That would be just sad.
Just gonna let that one go.
Let's scroll down one more. Yeah. That was a conversation that Nate and I had one time.
Anyways, you're saying, Jed?
The whole AI thing,
yeah.
right? It's like what you guys don't think about is that opens doors to people that don't know how to do anything at all with computers or art, right? Where they can type in something and now suddenly they're creating, art from what they think is like what they're trying to tell the computer to make. And you have all these people who can't do anything at all, like now suddenly, able to create something. And if you remember that first time you ever like drew something or whatever, you're like, this is cool. And
wait,
not
what's
only
the reason that they can't do anything at all?
because they're not artistic. They don't know how to fucking draw, or they don't know how to fucking model, or they don't know how to fucking do anything, paint or whatever.
Yeah.
So now they can fucking, use AI to fucking create things that and be artistic.
But they're not being artistic.
They are being
the computer's being artistic.
You still need someone to give it prompts.
Yeah.
You still need somebody to give it.
Just
I
some
can't agree
words.
with that
It's not like putting pen to paper and
That's
making lines into a coherent image.
What's the definition of art?
I think that demeans all the people that spend a lot of time like really actually like honing abilities.
You can say the same thing about you using Photoshop.
This
You're
is-
demeaning
this
the people that use the pencil and paper or a
Yeah, but I know
paintbrush.
how to do that shit too. So
But
This
That's
is
what I'm saying. You can,
like
you
a
can relate it
conversation
the
that I
same
heard
way.
somebody have at work the one time when they were talking about auto tune, and the one guy says, "Oh yeah," because like the one old lady, she had no idea what auto tune was, and so the one guy was telling her about it, and he was saying it's like, "Oh yeah, auto tune it lets people who may not be able necessarily be able to sing, have a music career," and he was dead fucking serious, and I'm like,
you shouldn't be a musician. You shouldn't be singing.
"Whoa, man, Jesus Christ."
You know.
And so, I mean,
Do you know how
to me,
many
what you're saying
artists-
there tells me, or it sounds like pretty much the same thing to me.
Do you know how many artists that you probably like their music use auto-tune?
When they use auto-tune to make little corrections here and there, that's fine.
Why is that fine?
When they use it as the like for the basis of like the entire song, like how Cher did. Like when Cher did it, was new. It was like, okay, I don't really like the sound of it.
like-
Some people
like
might,
Owl City.
but like it just people use it for their entire song, to cover the fact that they don't have any real vocal talent.
Right.
And
Or is it that style, like Owl City?
regardless, I mean, to me, it still sounds like shit. Like when you auto tune something so much that's all it is, it sounds like shit to me.
But people back in the 80s always used to wonder why did this band suck live when they were really good in fucking the studio. And that's the answer. They never knew that it was fucking auto-tune.
well,
That shit goes
I
back
wouldn't
that far.
I mean, is it that they are sucking live, or is it?
Yeah, because they
or
can't
is it
sing.
that,
They
or
took
is it that they're just not sounding like they?
No, they can't
this-
sing.
Yeah.
Because in the 80s, they had fucking rack things that did auto-tune, not digital shit. Where it's easily convenient today. They were doing that shit in the studio back then.
but in the studio,
Britney Spears
too,
was a big fucking auto-tune fucking correction. Britney Spears, she couldn't sing for shit. So that's what I'm saying. You're saying, that's okay. But
That was
I'm
you
not
gotta
saying
go
that's
after the
okay.
music.
I thought you said if you corrected a little bit, that was
If you're
okay.
making little pitch corrections here and there,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. That's fine.
That was
But don't
the
you think
music
some
industry
fucking
with Britney Spears.
singer from the 60s
They
would be
needed
like,
a
that's
pop
not
star,
okay.
and that's what they put.
You should be able to go in the studio and fucking belt it out. And if you can't
Nobody's
sing,
perfect. And when you have a recording and like if you may not catch the mistake right away, like when they're editing it or doing whatever they need to do after the fact, then it's great, now we got to bring her back into the studio to record again. It's like, no, we can just use this program to make this tiny little correction, and save ourselves a bunch of money and time.
And so that's where.
And it really doesn't sound any different.
But I would appreciate more of that rawness. You know what I mean? Like I love live music. Like I'd rather see a band live.
Yeah.
And if they make a little mistake, that's great. That's
on a
the
recording.
rawness.
I mean, I get why they wanted it to sound good on a recording, but like you could still, and I do it all the fucking time. I don't nail a fucking song on a first take. Like I'll do a song and then it's like, all right, let's pick through all these lines here and see which ones I'm keeping. And like, all right, that one doesn't sound good. And I'll sing, like, especially if it's getting up high near like the top of my range and I gotta like do it I'll do it fucking 4 or 5 times until I really nail it.
Right.
So there's no like auto tuning, but there's still like,
There's practice.
that's what they would do a lot of times too, is like you just, you keep doing takes until you nail something.
I mean, that's practice. That's that's everything that you do in life. If you want to be good at it, you practice at it.
But live, you could be off a hair and the moment's there and it's gone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you could be off a hair, but in the studio, you're off a hair and is there
All right,
and is
do it again.
recorded for all fucking time. And you got to listen to it over and over again. And I've made that mistake where I recorded something and thought, it's good enough. And then a year later, I listened back to it and it just nails down a fucking chalkboard,
Well, you were saying too, like about like poetry and writing things and stuff like that. They have like a lot of stuff now where they can detect what was written by AI or what
That's
was
good.
created by AI,
Yeah,
and then
that's good.
they label it and they say, "Well, that was AI, not original."
We're heading towards the Matrix where they got us in them fucking eggs with the fucking yogurt and shit.
No.
Hooked up to
No.
the fucking machines and
No.
all our minds are off doing AI, having AI lives. And you laugh and we laugh and it is funny, but like think about this, man, because it'll freak you out. Think about how the world was when we were kids to now. Like we're all in our 40s and shit, right? And how fucking crazy technologically advanced has gotten. And that I remember when I was a little kid, I was under this misconception that like scientists and biologists, they're eventually going to find out everything out, and then that's where everything's going to end. When I was little, but now at this age, I'm understanding that shit from like, if we're at the halfway point, which we're probably maybe a little past it, but if we're somewhere near the halfway point, imagine how weird the fucking planet's going to be by the time we're like old.
But I want to say you have the right concept, wrong movie. Idiocracy.
I agree.
Yeah.
There used to be a commercial. I can't remember what company it was for. It was for IBM.
Shut up and bait.
Or
Dude,
if it was for Microsoft, it was something. It was in like the late 80s, and it was showed a bunch of kids, and they like one kid was like, "What do you want to watch?" He's like, "I don't know." He like walked up to a big screen like wall, and he tapped it, and they had a list of all the movies, and he tapped it, and it brought up something that looked like Star Wars. And I remember being a kid, I was like, "Oh, that'd be fucking awesome!" You just bring up a fucking movie like that, and they can do that now. So I mean, look at Tesla. Back
Instant
in the day.
cassettes.
You want
$500 through Apple, you can get that nice new VR headset.
They tried so hard to fucking not call it VR. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
It's like spatial computing. And
That's a VR, motherfucker. I was looking at it like, is this VR? This is VR.
it's fucking
right? This
with
is what I'm
like a
looking
fucking tint wheel on the top. That's it. It goes AR VR. Fucking you buy what 12 Oculuses for the one of those, I think it is.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's just going right to like what I said with like stupefying society right there. That's just, I mean, literally, their big advertising thing was like, oh, you can select things with the movement of your eyes. So you can just sit there and you're going to wear this thing and you don't even have to move.
Oh yeah, it's fucking awesome.
I mean? We're just going to be,
It's great.
you know what that reminds me of?
Grubhub, bring me McDonald's.
Reminds me of Batman Forever with the Riddler with those things on all the TVs and everybody just sat right in front of it, and that's exactly where it feels like it's going.
It's great.
It'll be great to watch the. It'll be great that.
I love it. Fucking awesome. Love it. I got the chair with you put the leg like this, and you just lean back like that, and you're like floating like this. You got the goggles on. You just have the controllers in your hand like this.
Yeah, man.
It's a shit.
You're killing me.
It'll be great to watch the Academy Award-winning movie Ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Ass, the movie.
The good thing about though that Apple doing that though is it's going to create competition, and everybody else is going to try to one up everybody.
Followed by the 100th episode of Ow My Balls.
Have you guys watched the new Black Mirror at all?
What's that?
The new Black
I didn't
Mirror.
realize there was a new season out.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6 episodes or something like that. But one of them's like the same thing, like you're in a computer it's like your own show type of thing. It's interesting.
I have. What's that?
Oh no, go ahead.
I was going to say I have found a really, really great Instagram channel called Kids Getting Hurt.
Yeah, you mentioned that before.
Did I?
Yeah, you did last show.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking fantastic. I just watched a girl fucking bang her face against a metal plate because she was on the monkey bars and she fell and boom.
Wow.
So, Levy, I had to ask you. So, how far into your wheelhouse? Sorry. How far into your wheelhouse was that muscle chick that I sent you?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Like right down, like right over home plate, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because I didn't know, because I knew you liked them bigger, but I thought you liked them more bigger, but not so fucking that's.
I keep seeing that video of those two guys with was a karate chick or something like that. She's like, and he's like, did you touch the decorative towels? No, did you touch the decorative towels? You just see that that woman getting fucking mad, just coming home fucking smashing the fucking drywall.
But I just picture, I don't know why my mind goes right to it, but I just picture her throwing him around.
Hip toss to Levy.
Just completely mad.
Just carrying him by the back of his belt like this.
And he's gonna
Let's go. Time for the bedroom.
Oh,
Muscle
shit. Yeah. All right. Where were we going after that?
AI.
Oh, AI.
Yeah, it makes everything better.
No, don't. Man.
No, we were talking about the whole John Lennon thing originally.
Yeah. But I did see that. Yeah, that's how the show goes, man.
But like I said,
John Lennon and 45 minutes later.
But like I was going to say to you, Mike, and like I said, not to offend you or anything like that, but that's the real reason why people don't like it, because they see that the shit that they learn and spend a lot of time on like, training themselves to learn it is like
but where does that
It's
end?
invalidated.
it's invalidated.
Where does it end though? Like now, like it can start out with music and art, but at some point it's just gonna.
It's a separate thing. It's like people are like, well, now it's here and now it's gonna take over everything. It's like Kyle said it the best. It's like the camera. Like everyone was like panicking about the camera. Well, you still have people that paint. You still have people that do portraits. You still have people that do like art and so the fucking one dude I saw takes bubble wrap. Do you see that guy yet? Takes bubble wrap, makes these big fucking canvases out of it, took a program to figure out the dot matrix of it, and injects each bubble with a different color and makes a fucking big, huge fucking like Mona Lisa out of it. Sells it for $100,000.
Yeah.
So
The Rubik's Cube guy, you see that one?
No. What's that?
He makes portraits out of the colors of the Rubik's Cube and lines the Rubik's Cube to those colors, and it's like a pixelated.
No, I didn't see that one.
I mean, he uses dozens.
But that reminded me.
Really cool.
You know that the dice that I got that connects to the Bluetooth? Mm-hmm. So they have a Rubik's Cube that connects to the Bluetooth too, so you can do like a timing thing on it. I was going to tell you that I forgot about it. Cool. But it doesn't it invalidates certain things, but it doesn't do away with the actual like thing that you can do. So people still paint. There's photographers. There's going to be AIographers that create AI art, and then it's going to just be a separate thing, and that's it.
I think not creatively and artistically speaking is not going to kill it off, but it's going to put a major dent in what you can do, like
The
as far as
viability of it.
working.
And again,
creating.
I'm not insulting you, and I'm not insulting anybody else who's listening.
I mean, he's about to say something offensive.
That's like either a musician or an artist or whatever. But the really good artists, like someone who's a really good artist that is well known, like say like Jim Lee or whatever, he doesn't give a fuck about AI because he's Jim Lee.
Well,
but all the media, all the fucking
before he was Jim Lee,
all the mediocre artists are just like, it's like okay art. Those are the people that are just like, I fucking hate it. It's gonna do away with all of it because it's just like they're not that high up to be separated from everyone else, type of thing.
Yeah, but you brought up Jim Lee, who like made his bones fucking decades ago. Like,
well, I'm trying to think.
He would have been a lot more worried about it. If he was
I'm trying to think of
Jim Lee.
Okay, how about someone like Casey Kohler? He's not like super popular like Jim Lee, but he's popular enough that you know his name.
What about some guy we never heard of? That's how many people do we know that's really super talented? Like, that?
Well, I can tell you, EJ Sue's not a fan of it at all. He's
There's a lot of artists they don't know. Now listen, I talked to like the colorists and stuff like that from IDW, and I can't remember her name. I was talking with Casey Kohler and stuff. They don't like it because it's took away and it stole from existing artists' work. That's
also another reason.
If it was used on like art that was from like, you know, in the public domain, from like or like Adobe is doing it, if you submitted it and you agreed to those terms to be shared, they're okay with it. It's just another tool. They're fine with it. But they don't like the fact that they're stealing from another artist.
But didn't you disagree with that point too?
What's that?
That it was theft?
Well, it's not theft in the sense where they're just taking a clip of an existing art and then pasting it. It's trained by looking at that. So you're like, oh, so that's how Jim Lee does a brush stroke. It's this way. And now the AI knows, well, if you want to do it that Jim Lee way, he does it this way. So when I want to make a picture of fucking Alf, something that he never drew.
With 16 fingers.
Yeah, right. Well, actually, they fixed that now. That's not a thing anymore. They fixed the digit problem. But yeah, they're like, oh, this is how he draws, and this is how he would draw Alf, and that's how it's trained. So it's not actually a copy paste thing. That's where I disagree with it. I did not agree with it, like training on things that were existing. So, but yeah, I mean, why not train everything based on the public? I mean, you have so many fucking well-known artists that are dead that you could make that shit. But
give me AI porn.
It's there, man.
It's coming.
It's already there, dude.
Yeah, it's coming.
What do you want? Let me know. I'll run some shit up for you. There's so many different like
muscle monologues.
Yeah, there you go. Got it. But anyway, so let's move on. But I wanted to bring that up because I said I wanted to talk.
That's
about
why I think it's okay. Like I think it should be used for recreational purposes, like smut and smut, basically.
But smut and smut.
Last thing I'll say is that
porn,
you're going to see like productivity is like everyone's going to become a lot more productive than.
Well, everybody's going to have to adapt. Like as much as I don't like it,
it's going to be integrated into like menial things. and like it's going to do those menial things for you, and you'll be able to do something else.
I mean, it's a lot easier for people
Or like it's
that
going to be
don't
able to do the
menial
entire job.
things.
They'll just lay people
I'll give you an
off.
example. Like we'll have meetings at work through Teams, and then when the thing's over, it'll give us a transcription and a bunch of bulletin, like points of the meeting, what should be looked at later. Yeah. That's something a project manager would have had to sit down and type out for fucking like half an hour after the meeting was over, and it does it for you. So now he doesn't have to do that.
Yeah.
He just has to look at it, review it, and he can go do something else now. That's productivity.
Until AI decides to do that something else.
And
then he goes to do something else, and then AI does that something
Everybody's
else.
okay with it
What the fuck
until
I'm paying you for?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's going to happen with...
Did you guys watch the pitch meeting for the Rise of the Beast or whatever?
No.
Oh, man, it was so funny. Because
Kyle says them videos are pretty funny.
those are the best videos. They're so funny, fucking funny. Did you guys ever watch any of those at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one guy, he's the screenwriter, comes in and he talks to the fucking producer or whatever, right? And in this part, his producer's like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "Hopefully with the whole AI thing, I won't need you anymore." It's just like, what? He's like, never mind about it. He's like, yeah. He's like, I had this page here that explained how all the Transformers movies connect like perfectly and stuff like that. And they dropped it on the floor. He's like, well, it's gone now. He's like, but it's right there. Yeah, but it's so far down there. It's really funny.
It's true.
So do you want to talk about Rise of the Beast, or do we want to move on to that? Or
I saw it. You guys didn't see it, huh?
I don't care if you spoil the shit out of it, honestly.
I rated it up after I rated the first Transformers movie, then Bumblebee, and then this one.
Yeah.
It's still too many fucking humans story. I clocked it. The first 25 minutes of it was no robots. Yeah, it was
really
right in the beginning. They did like a whole little Beast Wars thing there with the Unicron and shit, and then it was kind of like the beginning of Bumblebee. It was just like this whole, and then it was gone, and then it was just all fucking. The fuck's the guy's name? Miguel or whatever. And
the guy that was with Mirage.
Yeah, his brother was Raul. But no, it wasn't Raul. It should have been Raul. It should have been Raul. It should have been Skids. Man. And fucking Raul. Hey, but no, it was
Tracks. Man,
Tracks. I mean,
you're gonna get your card revoked, man.
Sorry, you can have it. Honestly. So fucking old and bent. You can have it.
I said your card.
Yeah, card. My Transformers card. But it was just too much fucking. And then they switched over to the fucking the whole chick in the museum working thing, and it's just Yeah. There was one good line that I liked in it, and the rest of it, there was one really terrible line. Like Mirage was arguing with the dude, and he was trying to tell his brother, he's like, "Oh no, that's not my friend. He's just like a work friend or whatever." And then fucking Pete Davidson probably made up the line. He goes,
He annoys me.
Yeah, he goes, he actually did a good job though, except for like this one line. He goes, work friend. He's like, you were inside me, dude. He's like, you were in me. And I was like, that was fucking just, it didn't fit in this fucking whole movie.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable. But Optimus Prime was talking to Bumblebee, and Optimus Prime was like, "Oh, we can't trust humans, and humans fucking are this, and they're pieces of shit." And
that's what he said, right, like that.
No, but Bumblebee was like,
sounds like something Optimus Prime.
Bumblebee was still doing the fucking stupid fucking AM radio fucking clips thing, right?
It's tiresome.
And he was like, "They're my friends." He's like, "And you can't handle the truth," and shit like that because it took place in the 90s. And then Optimus Prime kind of mumbled. He's like, "I think we're gonna have to have you stop going to that drive-in theater." It's the only good line in the whole fucking movie.
The smut driving. Then we have one. We have one around here. A smut driving.
Becky's.
Becky's. Yeah, Becky's. I can't remember what comedian said. It was something about a bit going to the drive-in, the porn drive-in, and taking a super soaker and filling it with Jergens lotion.
It was dumb. It was just, I don't know. It was like the guy who wrote it had like these ideas, these one little ideas. Like, oh man, what if we made it kind of like Indiana Jones? Like, yeah, we'll do that. Well, how the robots going to fit down there? Have smaller robots? Yeah, that's good. Okay, we'll just fit that in there. What if we did that whole thing with the Peru thing and Jetfire? Like, yeah, but Jetfire, we'll just use some other shitty plane that fucking transforms. And it was just too many ideas. And they're like, well, we need more fucking people in it. And they're like, no. And the studio's like, yeah, we got to do this and the diversity and fucking get more tickets sold and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, just fucking give me a story about the fucking robots, their character development, and just fucking, if the only humans you're going to have in it is just people that die, I'd say they're going to get killed.
You're going to find this hard to believe, but you're giving me the most negative review I've heard out of anybody.
Just because everybody wants a Transformers movie, and they're just like Levy.
They wanted to be.
They're like, I don't care about Bumblebee. I don't watch Bumblebee. I don't care about this shit. I don't care about Beast Wars. I just fucking give me more fucking action with Prime.
Stay off my lawn.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I can't say that I care a whole hell of a lot about
G1.
I don't care a whole lot about seeing it either. Like I'm in the I'll see it when I see it camp, which I have no idea when that's going to be.
It was just so
when it's free.
I have it on. It was on Jetflix. You can download it. It's a cam.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a cam.
Is the Indian guys trying to get you to gamble and shit?
1x back. Hey, you want to bring you big win big.
Some of them in the Spider-Man one were so well placed, like they look like they belong.
That's
there.
what this one is. Like it comes up like someone's holding a tablet and it shows Bumblebee. I'm like, and they're like, oh, 1x. Some of the CGI on one of them is really good too. I think the one guy turns an Iron Man or some shit. It was really.
But sometimes they would show up in like crazy moments, and I don't know that it was right when Aunt May died, but like that would be the time, you know.
It's like
shows up and there's fucking coins flying all over the place.
Like Bishop was saying, he's like, she has the cancer. She's not gonna make it. He's like, hey, you win the big on a 1x bet. Sean, she's got the cancer.
Yeah, maybe I'll check it out.
Bumblebee dies, by the way.
That's good. But
they didn't have enough fucking balls to keep him dead. They brought him back right away.
Bumblebee is like, it's like I'm just tired of Bumblebee getting shoved in my face all the fucking time.
It was like the pitch meeting. He was like, oh no, there goes our friendship with the other human.
Yeah, it's so true.
It's like, don't worry, we'll have more time for Mirage to spend with, his human friend. Oh, they'll make a brand new friendship possibility.
But so let's cut the bullshit. There's a G.I. Joe thing at the end.
Yeah, that was fucking a little forced.
Was it? How does what's his face end up with Captain whoever he ends up with? Who is the G.I. Joe guy?
It was Agent somebody. I don't even think it was a fucking Joe. It was Agent Styles or some shit like that. All I see like people on fucking Twitter and stuff, they're bitching. They're like, why isn't it Sector 7? It should be Sector 7.
Sector
7. Why? Who the fuck's G.I. Joe? Hasbro's just going, hey, let's make fucking more money on our toys. Why not? That's all they care about. That's why they didn't keep Bumblebee dead. They brought in like just the two random characters. Like Wheeljack, everyone was pissed off about Wheeljack and stuff. The dude was in it for like fucking not even a total of a minute in that whole fucking movie. Yeah, not even that.
Well, then I would have hated him for a minute then.
Rhinox didn't have any lines. He growled and that was it.
You seen Wheeljack look like fucking Elton John.
Really?
Yeah.
In the movie, yeah, look at him.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like you made everybody fucking pissed off, but he was barely in it at all. Weak Jack. That's his name. Weak Jack. Weak Jack City. Dude was in it for
Wheeljack?
like 1 minute.
Wheeljack.
Yeah.
Look at him, glasses, bro.
That's why.
I don't know.
Like a lot of the story
Sounds like Vanessa's getting in the right frame of mind out there.
just didn't fucking make sense. The story, like a bunch of it.
I'll tell you.
They're like, oh, Unicron's coming, and like luckily there's this human-sized tunnel that goes right to where there's a human-sized keyboard that will, turn everything off.
It only works though when you're wearing boxing gloves.
That's right. It was in the pitch meeting thing. They was like saying, he's like, so do they all have a big fight at the end in like this gray background? He's like, yeah. So just like Avengers Endgame. He's like, no. He's like, no. He's like, well, then what happens? Well, then Mirage like kind of like gives the human character like a suit of to wear and fight with. So he's Iron Man. And he's like, fuck. It basically was like fucking Avengers Endgame. Then.
I saw Across the Spider-Verse.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I didn't see it.
Fantastic fucking movie. I will say it was better than the first one in just about every way.
So I'm not gonna.
I heard that a lot.
I'm not gonna spoil anything for you.
That's a high
but
bar.
It's probably good that you know this before, if you don't know it. But did you know that it was going to be more than one part going into it?
No.
Okay, so you were.
It said it. It doesn't. Isn't it in the title part
No.
one?
They only made that. They only named it that after the release of the movie.
Yeah, because people were.
I saw that as
Pissed.
that it was part one.
They were pissed.
No, I saw it before that.
Did you?
Yeah, dead serious. I saw
People
it
were
before that.
pissed that they were going into. I was like telling these guys years ago. I went to a theater to see Captain America, fucking not Civil War, fucking Winter Soldier, and they're like when he pulled the mask off and it was Bucky, everyone was like, oh. In the theater. I was like, how can you fucking not know that? But they were still surprised. And I'm like, so there's still people out there that don't know it was fucking one part of two.
The winter spoiler.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of people at the end that are like, what? Fuck, I want my money back. That's bullshit.
That's, and that's the generation that watched the movies and knows nothing about the comics.
Yeah.
They know popular characters, but they don't know the side characters.
Right.
Yep.
They know Captain America, but they don't know Captain America's adventures.
Well, that's okay though.
No, it's fine. No problem with it. So
Yeah, but I mean,
So how did you feel
It's
at
just-
the end if you didn't know it then?
oh no, I was fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. Look, I grew up with fucking Best of Both Worlds. I went an entire summer having to wonder,
I almost punched my TV.
is Captain Picard going to come back? Is Riker going to be the captain of the Enterprise? Is Shelby going to be a series regular?
we had the old floor model RCA in wood, and I almost fucking kicked the fuck out of it.
Yeah, so I'm fine with that. Like, what was really funny is I didn't realize that was the end of the season.
Yeah.
I went and turned on next week expecting to see the conclusion, and it went back to like the first episode of the season. I'm like, what the, where's part two?
Yeah.
But they did that with like every show back then. Like you never knew.
Well, Batman,
What was what?
the old Adam West Batman, they always had the two-parters, and you would see it the next week then.
Yeah.
But like Levy's right, this was a whole fucking year you had to wait.
like the whole summer. The whole summer you had to wait until
It was like such a
September.
suspense. He's like,
That's why they called it the cliffhanger.
he's like fire. It's like dun 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 dun. It's
To
like
be continued.
I was like, ah!
Yeah. So yeah, I was trained for this.
You cut the path so others could follow.
Yeah, this is old hat for me.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
I can wait till next year.
Meanwhile, the fucking Gen Zer next to you is like throwing his popcorn on the fucking floor, kicking his fucking girlfriend. What's this shit? I'm going online and fucking seeing what's coming out.
I mean, I'm waiting for Stranger Things, man. Just want that last season. to
Yeah,
come out.
that's not coming for a while.
Yeah, no. It's
I'm thinking
like
it'd be
a
like
writer's
24.
strike and stuff.
I think it'd be like 24.
Well,
or
yeah,
something
and because of the
by time
Writers Guild strike, it's going to be delayed even more.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Like so much stuff is delayed.
Avatar,
I heard
the Avatar, like the Avatar 3 was supposed to be out this December of this year. Now it's a whole year. It's getting
and then like
all
they
of them are
said
getting
like
pushed
Avatar
another
5
year.
isn't going to be coming out in theaters until 2032.
Yeah.
I'm like I'm not even going to be alive in 2032.
I'm going to forget.
I'm still holding out to see if they release a 3D version of it on Blu-ray. They were talking about it, but they haven't yet.
Yeah, you'd have to break out your old freaking 3D television.
No, you said
Yeah. Oh,
VR goggles.
on the VR
VR
goggles.
goggles.
I'm gonna put on the VR goggles, a pair of underwear, and just float into the.
We all float down here.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's fucking shit.
What was I say? What was I going to say?
I gotta get one of those like long straws, like fucking Tom or Bugs Bunny has, where there's like 4 or 5 paper straws all connected together, so I go into like drink.
Yeah, you make that noise too. Your wife, if your wife didn't hate you before that, she would hate you after.
What were we talking about after the Spider-Verse?
To be continued.
cliffhanger? No, after that?
Avatar. I don't know.
Avatar.
24.
Oh, Writers Guild strike.
Yeah.
Strike, yeah.
I heard that the new Deadpool movie,
Oh, yeah.
they're going to go ahead with filming because the script is completed. But because of the Writers Guild strike, no one can ad-lib, including Ryan Reynolds. They have to be completely on script.
There's no way there's.
And I'm like, this movie's going to suck.
Yeah.
If Ryan Reynolds can't fucking ad-lib and shit, this movie's going to be terrible.
What defines an ad lib? Like a single word?
No, just
Not on.
improvising the scene. Improvising lines.
What's that person called that's actually there on the fucking floor when they're filming it? They're checking scripts at the same time.
I don't know. I know that person exists. I don't know what their
Is
title
that? I wonder if that's affected by the Writers Guild.
Oh, I'm sure. Anybody that puts pen to paper in a Hollywood production. Probably has to be part of the Writers Guild.
What if that's the reason why Tom Holland's taking a year off of acting?
No, I don't think so. Because he's not Writers Guild. He's
Well, he was just talking about how he had a meeting with him, Feige, and a couple other writer or producers about story ideas, and writing things out. So, I mean, he does. Apparently, he's part of the creative process.
Yeah, just we just get older and we're still waiting for these movies.
But yeah, now I heard that like Deadpool is going to be delayed like a year or two or some shit. So hopefully, if the Writers Guild strike can end soon enough, maybe they can like go back on that whole thing and
Spider-Verse isn't supposed to stream until August, I think they said.
Yeah,
they want to keep it in the theaters and make more money off of it.
Of course,
sure.
Since people are going.
But you know what? So it's still a lot sooner than what it would have been like 20 years ago.
Oh my god! I remember waiting for talk about
like
waiting
half a year before something comes out on home media.
A year and a half before you get a damn VHS.
Well, now it's a couple months.
What was it? COVID? It was 2 months, right? Or
What's that?
COVID was like 45 days, maybe. I think at one point.
Some it was like day of.
Oh yeah,
I mean, fucking Spaceballs fucking prophesized that. It's the latest thing in home video marketing. Instant cassettes. What's happening now is happening now.
Yep.
I watched an anime that I don't remember watching back in the day, and it was from that sweet spot of like 90s and early 2000s. This particular one was from the 90s, but dude, Megalopolis.
Oh yeah,
you ever seen that one?
It sounds familiar.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I went back and I watched it, and it was like, it's weird how I watched it now that I got older, like paying attention to the art and animation styles and all that shit. But as soon as it comes on, you can like clearly tell that it's come from the same studio as like the first Vampire Hunter D, like or with like Wicked City. It was in that Wicked City and Demon City Shinjuku type of style, like early night. We watched a couple episodes of it, but I'm definitely gonna watch that whole season.
Did you watch any of that Star Wars?
Yeah,
you did watch them.
Yeah, finally.
Did you?
Yeah.
So, what did you think of the like the ancient Japan black and white?
It was fucking cool.
Wasn't that the fucking wasn't the best part when he was like, he fucking pulls the fucking sword out? He's like, I never said I was a Jedi.
Yeah.
That was
the whole
shit.
like they were so like not weird looking, just unique.
Were they swole?
Fucking unique looking.
And how about the whole watercolor one then too in the second season?
Yeah,
I love that fucking episode. So good.
That was like the thing that you sent us in the chat. That one.
Yeah,
that was just fucking wild, man. I should have been high for it. I'm like always high, and then I wasn't high for that. Which I should have been high for, but
there was a new anime that I started watching. It was recommended. I can't remember what the fuck it is.
I was watching an old anime.
Yeah,
La Blue Girl.
I don't know what that is. Is that where they stomped a dog?
No, that was Elfenlied. Oh. I'll never watch that one. No, La Blue Girl. You never heard of La Blue Girl? Google it.
I don't know what that is. Hentai.
I remember they had that shit in Suncoast, right? Did they have it in Suncoast?
No,
like
but
a box set or some shit.
I don't think you get that at Suncoast, but I bought them at the Encounter. Remember the Encounter comic book shop?
Yeah.
I
just
they
remember
had
that
them there.
someplace.
That's how I was introduced to it.
And I would always like be looking at the animes that were next to it, but really I was just looking at them like.
Oh no, I didn't buy them. I rented them. That's right.
I love the.
Did you watch Hell's Paradise yet?
Absolutely
not yet.
The one that I started watching was called Darker Than Black.
As if the freaking cover wasn't clue enough.
Yeah.
That was from that time period, late 90s.
Darker Than Black. What's this on?
What's it on?
Is that hentai too?
Is it streaming on?
Oh, it's 2007. Sorry, I was.
Is that hentai too?
No, this was like a combination of. I think Bones did the fucking animation, and I think people that worked on Cowboy Bebop and a couple other like real famous things fucking worked on this one. I just started watching it. I watched like one episode of it, but it's pretty good so far.
Yeah, I gotta get on that Hell's Paradise.
Hell's Paradise is awesome.
Yeah.
Mike, what's your thoughts on Foosh Toys doing Ninja Scroll figures.
Hey, keep me posted on that shit too. I want those.
Oh, fuck you, Jed.
Fuck off then, bitch.
You found something that Jed likes.
Jed don't like shit.
I was going to tell you, but I thought you'd think it sucked. Nah, man. Well, that was when I stopped over your house to get the Storm a couple of weeks ago. That news, I guess, just broke, or maybe the night before.
I just saw it on the First Weekly.
I'm fucking wound up for that. That was one of those ones, like, I thought, like, my space downstairs, I had all my space kind of allotted for, like, you know, this franchise and that franchise, and here's where the Turtles are going to eventually go. And,
and now here comes freaking Ninja Scroll.
Here comes fucking
like
Ninja
a fucking
Scroll.
wrecking ball.
But the positive of Ninja Scroll is that you, like, it's a limited cast of characters. I think 11. I counted 11 total that I would need. Like, I would need Jubei, obviously, which they showed the reveal for. Yeah. And then, what was the girl's name? Kagera, I think.
Oh, it's been forever since I've seen it, man.
And that crazy little man, him, and then Gemma.
Yeah.
And he was one of the 8 devils, so you got 8 bad characters. So you basically got 11 characters that, excuse me, I got the hiccups. You got basically 11 characters that you need, and they can easily fit on a shelf.
Yeah.
Well, that big fucking stone guy, he's a pretty big guy. You ever watch Ninja Scroll? Oh, that one's. You're not really an anime guy much, are you?
Nah, not really.
Why can't they just walk?
Yeah, so yeah, I'm pretty psyched on that shit, man. And it was a good looking figure. I didn't even know before that Foosh had made figures, but then you pointed out that they made the articulated ninjas or whatever.
Yeah,
he said
the line is called articulated icons. Yeah,
he said he went on the site and he said he didn't even see
right
me.
now. There's only 2 of them.
Yeah, they don't have a lot available right now. They used to have a whole line of different colored ninjas.
Right. Yeah.
They had different samurai characters, martial artists. But they don't have a lot of stuff available right now.
I got some like ghost-looking guy. Yeah, the samurai guys were pretty cool that they had on there, but I never got a chance to get them.
I got the red ninjas. I got like a bunch of those before, you know, Marvel Legends.
Before Classify came out, he built himself a fucking
red ninja.
Storm Shadow. You made yourself, didn't you?
I did too. Yeah.
No.
Or Snake Eyes.
You didn't?
Well, no. I got the modern ninja Solitaire, which I think he's still available on there. Yeah. He's pretty cool looking. Or he's pretty cool. No? Oh, Solitaire's not even on there anymore? Oh, okay, because he was last time I looked.
Just those, yeah.
But, yeah, no, the people were doing custom Snake Eyes from the Solitaire figure, but I never did that.
I did the Storm Shadow.
You have the same coffee maker as me.
Not for nothing, dude. I still like that Foosh, you know, Storm Shadow that I made more than the
actual
Classifieds. Yeah. I think it looks more like them. They beef the Classified one up a little too much.
Right.
You know, he was never that in the cartoon. You know, so.
Speaking of Classified, we segue right into the HasLab.
Did you get the chopper?
I got the chopper. Yeah, I did.
Get to the chopper.
The chopper.
How many did you get?
I got 2.
Okay.
I got 2.
What'd you do for his tanks?
His tanks, I got 3.
I didn't get any choppers.
You got no choppers. You got a his tank coming though, right?
2,
I
think, or 3.
I didn't get chopper yet. I want to see what the tiers are first.
Well, didn't they just show the other figure with some chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was apparently it was a deep cut.
Yeah, Brazilian from Argentina. It was an Argentinian G.I. Joe.
Who the fuck's that?
Well, I mean, it was a G.I. Joe that was available in Argentina.
Oh.
Like, it wasn't an Argentine character.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
She was stationed in Argentina, though, wasn't she?
Something like that,
Yeah.
But apparently that's, like, one of the most valuable G.I. Joes, especially if it has still the metal, like the chrome paint that's on the chest pad. Like, that's, like, one of the most valuable ones because it was, like, a deep cut back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
So I was thinking about we were having a conversation about this, me and Nora were like about what they should do for the tiers, and it's like they released this character that I didn't really remember, and he was saying, man, I wish they'd do more like better characters. Like he brought up Quick Kick, you know?
Oh yeah, where's
somebody?
Quick Kick?
I just, you know,
and so we were like, well,
did they do Spirit yet?
Yeah.
What do you want to see with a HasLab, like with a couple figures come out? Do you want to see like deep cuts, or do you want to see like popular characters that they would make special for the crowdfund, and then maybe they do just a regular version or some shit down the line?
I wouldn't want to see that because if you're getting something special in a tier,
Yeah.
and then they release it as a regular retail, that kind of sucks for you that you're getting it as a tier.
How do you feel about the Cobra Commander? They did it in reverse. They released a regular Cobra Commander, and then when the His Tank came out, the last tier was like old 1980s Cobra Commander.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
What was the Cobra Commander they did?
The Cobra Commander was like 1984 Cobra
OG.
Commander, like OG.
Yeah.
Not with the rag on his head. He still had the helmet, but it was like
But
you know how they stylized his helmet a little bit, and his getup was a little.
But wasn't that in the first series? They had the dark blue Cobra Commander, and then they did the light
They
blue.
did the Regal, but it was the same outfit, but it wasn't. It was the new aged outfit, not the retro.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. That's the one that they did with the His Tank.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Oh, that's
If it's exclusive to,
yeah, there he is.
I don't think it should be retail then. If it's exclusive to your crowdfund.
Yeah, which it is. But I mean, that's with the His Tank, and that's what I said to Mike. I was like, with the His Tank, like you're getting characters that they're not gonna make, like His Tank Driver, His Tank. You know, like that's pretty cool. Doing something like that. Like, what are they gonna do? Like a retro Duke or something for the last tier? You know what I mean? The match, the retro.
Cobra, right.
So, and then they're going to go
You
with a retro line after that.
You think they do something that's related to Wild Bill or some with the,
I'm telling you, from what I remember of the cartoons, like watching the cartoons, I always remember seeing Quick Kick in the chopper with Wild Bill
or Scarlet.
or Scarlet. Yeah. Like it was. I always remember those two being in a copter together. So I thought for sure Quick Kick was going to be, one of the unlockable tiers, but. Still could be. It still could be the last one.
I think like as a completist, like with Transformers at least anyways, I'm thinking like if they would do similar shit, like what would I want to see? And it's like, suppose like one of the tiers on the Transformers one was like Scrounge, or like
I don't know who that is. Who's Scrounge?
Scrounge is a little dude that hung out with Blaster in the Marvel comics.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, just for like a couple issues and shit like that. But like he was like
was he like a little tape or?
No, he wasn't a tape. He was just a little bum robot that Blaster felt sorry for. He just hung out with him and shit like that.
Oh shit! I don't know if I can remember that at all.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up when I get home. Scrounge. Did that come early or later?
Pretty early. There's Scrounge. So anyway.
Oh, okay. I remember him.
Yeah.
I don't remember fucking his name though.
So like, who the fuck is gonna make a Scrounge? I mean,
It looks like fucking 3CP.
They eventually did make a Scrounge, but he was like a fucking Cosmos repaint. But like to actually do like a legit Scrounge, or like say
Kind of looks like Bug, too,
like a
from
character that wouldn't necessarily be on anybody's radar to make, and like that's the only way I'm gonna be able to get that shit in the collection. Like it's a deep cut type of thing, or like a
You guys keep saying that deep cut. What does that mean?
like a B-side, like a rarity, like a Dion.
Okay.
From Transformers.
Like you had to dig deep to find it. So
Gotcha.
like a reference that you had to dig deep for.
Okay.
Or like an A3 version of Alphatron, or Alphatron himself for that matter. Like somebody that
Come on, get with the current lingo, Jed.
Sorry.
Anyways, I don't know. I'm like torn, because it was awesome to get that fucking Cobra. When I saw that Cobra was a tier on the His Tank, I was fired up about that.
See, I missed that whole thing too. I just got the hisses. I never followed what the tiers were going to be.
Well, you're going to get like 4 figures with it.
Yeah.
Cobra Commander's one of them. So.
Yeah.
I got the whole. I just put together like a month ago the whole Sky Striker. Sky Striker, right?
Yeah.
Sky
Oh,
Striker.
yeah, that's right.
And it came with all the fucking figures and shit, and I was like, holy shit! Like all the fucking extra shit we get.
Yeah.
All the missiles and stuff, and the little fucking.
So you unboxed it. You put it to. You're keeping it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I only bought one.
Yeah.
To keep it, and I didn't put any stickers on it yet though.
I don't even know where the fuck I'm gonna put this fucking helicopter, but I'm gonna figure it out.
The tank too,
Yeah.
I don't have any room, or I would have bought it. I have like the snow speeder from Star Wars Black. It's fucking
The Black Series one.
yeah, it's fucking huge, and the fucking jet, and I'm like, I have no other fucking room for things like that, anything that big. That's why I just skipped it.
I think ultimately, if you're gonna collect more vehicles, like G.I. Joe vehicles, I would venture to guess that you're a G.I. Joe fan, like I'm a Transformer fan. Like your room is 90% G.I. Joe shit, and it's like here's because they had a lot of fucking vehicles. That was a tough part because I think we were talking about
they don't go that far.
Well, aren't they
really
pre-ordering
fly
the?
big like a fucking 18-foot flag.
Aren't they pre-ordering the bubbles?
They are. They just came out with them. Yeah, Trouble Bubbles. Yeah.
They'll probably do the fucking hang gliders, right? Those will probably be next.
Yeah, because that was kind of like the equivalent to stupid G.I. Joe. They always came up with like the lamer side of stuff.
What was the other thing they
always had the
did?
better shit, you know.
They didn't do a Jeep yet, like Dusty's fucking Dune Buggy Jeep, right?
A couple motorcycles so far, and that's it.
They had that other thing too. What the fuck was that thing called? It was like kind of like a tank, but it had like it would make a bridge.
The bridge layer.
Bridge layer, and then we drive over and got that man coming.
Man, imagine you get all that shit, man.
What about the fucking what they call rattlers? Cobra rattlers?
Yeah, the Rattler,
fucking
that would be a big boy, like a power glide.
Yeah, what was?
Oh, they were like A10 Warthogs, except
Thank you, Warthogs.
engines were on the wings instead of on the fuselage.
The helicopter is what 34 inches long, like
something like that.
That's insane, man. You know what I mean? Like
the jet's probably good size like that.
But that's for 3 3/4 though.
Yeah,
the Dragonfly is scaled to
Dragonfly is 6-inch classified. Yeah.
Well, the snow speeder is like this big. So
imagine if they did a Sky Striker scaled to classified figures. I think it would be fucking huge.
I think if they do that, I think like even at 3 3/4, like a G.I. Joe vehicle collection is harder to display, I think, than a Transformer collection, because like at least a Transformer collection, you put them in robot mode, and then they're just taking up like their feet, you know, and up, they're straight up. Like you start talking about vehicles and planes, and you got wings and all this shit.
Well, if those vehicles are scaled to 1/12 scale,
you're going to need a G.I. Joe room for all that shit.
Not every. See, that's the thing you guys always keep forgetting. Not everybody is like hardcore collectors like us, where they want more than some of them. Just like one thing, and that's it. They'll buy the Hot Toys.
They're not collectors then.
No, they're not. Well, they're still buying it though. They're like, I'm gonna get that Hot Toys DeLorean with Marty and Doc, and that's all I'm getting. And that's gonna be in my room in the fucking middle, and that's it. You know,
it's kind of like when Jed said he's just gonna get Snarl.
The one dino, that one's Snarl.
That's all I wanted.
And now you got 2 sets of fucking Dinobots going.
Now I'm broke.
Nah, it's $20. You're out $200.
Yeah.
You finally spent Fans Toys Dinobot money on something.
Yeah, you got Fans Toys Blaster then, huh?
I did. I did. Yeah, I was really torn, man. But like, dude,
what put you over the edge to keep that to the DS?
The fucking paint job.
Toys.
The paint job.
Yeah.
Resale value.
And it's the same reason I'm gonna eventually replace the Seekers too. That shit, I don't know why, but it drives me nuts. Those fucking matte painted Seekers and that matte painted Blaster is on the shelf with all the glossy finished other robots.
Really? Wow.
And that kind of like.
Fans Toys didn't do any matte at all ever.
Not that I know of.
No, that's good.
No, those are the only matte painted shit that I have in my collection is the DS stuff. Now, to be fair,
what about the Magic Square Primes? They were matte. The white one you have?
No, I don't think it was matte.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think so.
Take off.
Yeah, because they released a metal. Remember one that was shiny?
Yeah,
it does. Okay.
Yeah, but. There's like the metallic painted shit, but the other ones were still not like, they weren't like a matte finish.
You remember people talking about the plastic and how it was like matte and they thought it was different?
The second Prime? The second Magic Square Prime?
No, the first one.
The first one.
The ones that you got, the red one, the white one, and... Yeah. Did you get the gray one? Can't remember if you got the gray one or not.
I just got the black one. But I got different ones. I got like Transform Element was the black one. I got the Magic Square one. I got the Magnus. I'm going to have to check that out.
The white one.
Yeah, I don't remember it being matte, like a matte finish like him.
It is.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure. The Magic Square
Prime.
Masterpiece size Prime is the same type of like color matte.
Which one is the one that they just re-released?
That's what I'm talking, but it was the first version around.
Yeah, because then they re-released a new one with metallic paint, right?
That's the one I got. Yeah, because I got the metallic one, which is nice, but the matte one was the one I didn't.
Well, no, it's not matte. It's just unpainted. It's unpainted plastic.
Oh, it's unpainted.
Yeah,
I thought that was the white one.
No,
the
second version of the Magic Square one is unpainted plastic.
Okay, so the second version. Yeah, I don't know about the second version. I'm just talking about the first version.
I still think that the unpainted plastic looks better than the actual. Not that it looks better. It fits in with the glossy painted bots better than the matte painted. And I don't even think that the matte painted thing looks bad. I think it looks really fucking good. But I'm so OCD.
Are we sure this isn't just
that
unpainted plastic?
No, that's a matte. I'm pretty sure it's a matte paint job.
Oh, okay.
Like the Seekers were done the same way.
Oh, okay.
But among the other bots, like if the whole collection looked like that, it'd be fucking fine. But it's like when people buy the roughed up battle damage shit. I think that Devastator was so fucking dope looking. But if I stuck that on my shelf and I took a step back and I looked at the rest of my collection, Devastator looked like you fought everybody. It just wouldn't look right. I'd have to have a whole, and like if that's going to be battle damage, everything got to be battle damage.
That's definitely OCD.
Yeah. But I just wanted to look.
The Sentinel thing that Mike had a problem with. I'm like, how many Sentinels are you going to get? I'm going to get like 8. I'm like, why are you going to get 8? Oh, man, the X-Men would take care of one Sentinel, no problem, man. I'm like,
gotta get
it's so ridiculous.
I only ended up getting 3 of them. And to be fair, I didn't even open them other 2 out. They're still, and I might not.
Where are they going at? I saw Unicron popped up. What's Sentinels going at now?
Sentinels, I didn't even look them up. I just looked up Unicron for some reason.
That's good. It was almost $2,000, right?
I was surprised. Yeah, they look like it crept up a couple $100.
Is that because of the movie? Maybe because Unicron's in the movie.
I think that all those figures will eventually appreciate even more. Like maybe the Unicron not as much, but I think that at some point I feel like the Sentinels and the Galactus and like because like for instance the Starsaber, the HasLab did a Starsaber, and it's like well. So if you missed out on the Starsaber, you're not necessarily going to pay the aftermarket price for that HasLab Starsaber because you actually just get an MP Starsaber if you really wanted it for probably less, unless you really needed the fucking chug thing. But like the Sentinel and the Galactus and shit like that, like you're pretty much looking at probably the best versions of those that you're ever going to fucking see in this lifetime.
What do you think the new one's going to be this year?
The new Marvel HasLab, I don't know, but they better have something better up their sleeve than the fucking than the Ghost Rider.
It's going to be Apocalypse.
Apocalypse?
Yeah. You know,
Apocalypse
like a giant-sized Apocalypse?
Yeah, grows and gets bigger. I think it'll be.
That's interesting.
I don't something like that.
I'd like it to be a Blackbird, but that probably won't happen.
Blackbird will be dope.
That probably won't happen.
Well, I mean, they are on that line of the Jim Lee VHS.
It very well could.
Marvel Legends.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's not. Dude, I would be in on a Blackbird, son.
I think that would be huge too.
I don't know where I'd put it.
Exactly.
Wouldn't have to
or
be
a Fantastica.
That wouldn't have to be too wide, right? It would just be long.
Yeah,
it would be
right?
long.
Yeah, it just wouldn't have to be that wide.
It's basically the model on the
now, would they
stealth bomber.
Would they do the cartoon Blackbird or the SR-71?
They would do the cartoon Blackbird, I would assume.
Yeah.
So they could fit the figures in there, like what they had. What was
and
it?
they wouldn't have to pay Lockheed or whoever, whoever
Lockheed
owns
Martin.
the rights to the SR-71 anymore. So I don't even think Lockheed's in business anymore, are they?
Oh yeah, Lockheed Martin.
Yeah, didn't they merge with someone else?
Did they?
McDonnell Douglas or something?
Oosh, I don't know. I thought they were.
Yeah, because I don't think Lockheed's in business anymore.
Really? I've got to check on that.
I could be wrong. I know one of those big military plane manufacturers isn't in business anymore. They either went defunct or merged with someone else.
You just got a hunch on Apocalypse, or
yeah, it's a hunch.
yeah.
Just what did they do?
No, it
did
says they
Sentinel,
are
did
still in.
Galactus.
No, they're
What's
still
the
in
next
business.
big
Yeah.
The next big,
figure
right.
There's a
do,
big,
you know
huge
what I
thing
mean?
in King of Prussia with Lockheed Martin.
Yeah.
A friend of
Like
mine used to work
what would they
security
do,
for
like,
them.
They wouldn't even do another Sentinel.
Oh, maybe it was
style.
McDonnell Douglas that went out of
You
business.
know what I mean?
No, it said
Does McDonnell Douglas still exist?
it says Lockheed Martin acquired Aerojet.
Go back to
McDonnell Douglas merged with Boeing in 1997.
Okay.
So in 2020, Lockheed Martin bought Aerojet for 4.4 billion.
Sentinel, Galactus, Apocalypse. That's what they did.
Yeah.
So it was McDonnell Douglas I was thinking of.
It's a possibility.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
What else would there be? Do you guys think maybe they might go crazy and they'd be like, "Here's your first mask," fucking
Still on Marvel.
HasLab. What's that?
They're
Mask?
still on Marvel.
What, like a Doctor Doom mask or some
No,
shit? Like,
no.
mask.
Like here's your
Mobile Armor Strike Command.
here's your fucking here's your
mask.
IROC, fucking
that.
red IROC that flies. Mass HasLab
6-inch mask.
Yeah.
comes with fucking.
That would be-
what was his
that'd
name?
be
If they were going to
fucking
do
I can't remember.
Matt
I-
Stryker, Matt
Tracker.
Tracker. That's
Yeah,
it.
I'd be down with.
If they were going to do a HasLab,
newer
they would have to
style
do
mask. That'd be pretty cool.
the gas station base.
That could come later. It's a good idea.
What if they did a HasLab?
Yeah, if they were to do a HasLab for Mask,
How about we feel it out with just one vehicle with the car?
I don't think that they would introduce Mask as a HasLab.
Why not?
Well, I don't think they would do it I don't think they would introduce it as a HasLab. I think they would just produce that as a mainline thing.
That would blow your fucking doors off if they did, though. If you
But
woke up one morning and you
I don't think it would be 112 scale.
like,
I don't think it would be 112 scale. I think they would do it in 1/18th or 3 3/4.
Why?
It's cheaper, and it's more practical if you're going to be, because the vehicles are the primary focus of the line.
Also
They
true.
did the Star Wars Black Snowspeeder. It was in 112 scale, and that was only $80.
But no, I understand that. But how many vehicles did they produce for Star Wars in the 6-inch scale?
No, I'm just saying.
I'm talking about an entire line based around transforming vehicles like that.
Yeah.
It would have to be in 3 3/4 scale.
And I'm
be a
just
big
saying
collection,
that the
too.
Snowspeeder was about this big, and it was $80, and it's about the size of a fucking car. So
Yeah, I know. But do you want to be spending? Does a parent want to be spending $80 on every figure in a line for a kid? No,
Kids are still getting this shit.
Kids,
But you understand what they're still
the stuff we're collecting.
They're still. I mean, yeah, they make these things for collectors in mind also, but they do have children in mind when they're pricing these things.
Get some kid a
these are
fucking
not.
Matt Tracker for Bird's birthday.
You know
what
what
the
I mean?
fuck's this shit?
Do you really think that?
I don't.
Yeah,
Do you really think that
I do.
$575
They have-
Unicron?
This is why they
I
came
think
out
they
with.
have pricing limits on what they're going to produce in mainline.
This is why they did the retro stuff of like the Marvel Legends. They did the retro 3 3/4. I believe that's why they go down that road for the kids.
Well,
You know what I mean?
when I say for the kids, I just feel like that they would have pricing limits as to what they would produce in their mainline.
It's for
Toy lines,
but not
it's for the
HasLab.
children.
You're not
But not HasLab. I'm talking about mainline.
Okay, yeah, mainline.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if they were to produce a Mask toy line, I feel that they would have to do it in a 3 3/4 scale to keep it affordable.
because the cars are the character.
Because the cars are the main focus of the toy line. The vehicles are the main focus of the toy line. The little characters are incidental. It's the transforming function and feature of the vehicles. And so if you want to have them, but with pilots, because the pilots, you still have to have them, it would have to be in a 3 3/4 scale. And because, like I said, who's gonna,
What were the old ones?
the old ones were real tiny. They weren't even 3 3/4 scale.
Yeah.
They were real tiny. But I don't think it would be practical for a mainline Hasbro product to be selling like basic figures for $80.
Although I don't know how much of a figure line they would really be able to get out of Mask anyways, because how many were there really? How many seasons did it go?
Of what?
Like Mask only had a season or two.
Yeah, but
there was a
a
whole fuck ton of characters.
Yeah, they would
They
would rotate out a lot because I remember every episode has somebody
fuck ton
new.
of-
Okay,
to
I
advertise.
mean, I remember like Miles Mayhem and like Vanessa Warfield and like a couple of them characters and shit.
They
but-
were stable, but like the Mask guys would they would always remember in the show they would always call in a specialist for that mission.
Okay.
And it was like if the guy had to go underwater, they get that fucking dude.
So it was a little more extensive than I remember it being. Then
They had the guy that kind of reminded me of Dusty that was the fucking motorcycle chopper. He was in a lot of them. He was more of a main
That dude was
staple.
the best.
Yeah. But they always there was the semi truck. There was it like a van? I think.
Yep. Van, like an 18 van kind of.
What was the one that went underwater? Which one
That
was
was
that?
Gator. That was the Jeep.
Wow. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's no better than I do. What about the other? There was
Rhino was the semi.
I remember Rhino.
There was like a
Thunderhawk was the Camaro.
so they're all animal names.
Yeah.
What was the helicopter again?
Which one?
Condor.
the
Condor was the motorcycle that turned into the.
helicopter.
Nah, the other one, the
Yeah.
bad guy helicopter.
I don't remember. I don't remember all the names. There's a number of them I do. Piranha was the guy with the motorcycle with the sidecar that would shoot off and become a little mini submarine.
Yep.
Um,
Wasn't there, man, now I forget.
The Switchblade.
Switchblade, that's it. Yeah.
That was Vanessa's, I think, wasn't it? Vanessa
no, that
Warfield?
was Mayhem.
That was Mayhem's.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what they could do? Just looking at the fucking helmet, they could do the fucking Hasbro fucking Mask helmets that you could buy. The fucking
absolutely.
put over your head.
But
That's
I mean,
another
but like,
product.
okay, so the thing, going back to my original point, think about like Hasbro mainline toy lines. All right, your G.I. Joe, your Transformers, Marvel Legends. Those are figures in 6-inch, 1/12 scale. They're typically, priced. They were originally around like $15 to $20 a number of years ago. Prices went up. Now they're up to like $25, $30. Some are $35. The prices are a little over the place, but I think that is the general price point that they want to go with for basic figures in a toy line, right? Mm-hmm. So if they want to keep that kind of price point, and I think for the mass they might have to push it a little bit, maybe go to $35 for like a basic figure. They would have to keep it in that smaller scale.
Yeah, no doubt.
So
Thunderhawk,
you'd be going
Rhino
from 30 to 100 for most of that.
Do you remember?
I would think.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you guys remember? How about Volcano?
Which one was that?
The dark blue monster truck van that converts into an attack station.
Yeah, that's right. Because it would split open it would split open up in the middle.
Oh yeah.
And it would have a big mortar in the middle of it. It would come out, right?
How about the Jungle Challenge?
I remember that. I remember the 57 Chevy that would become like a 6-wheeled tank.
Assault Jetpack, which uses when the arrow mask, which fires acidic bolts. Coast Patrol, there was a dolphin.
Oh yeah, so they must have really went crazy.
Goliath.
I remember
that was the F1 race car that launches from Goliath, becomes a fighter jet.
Oh, that was a cool one. Yeah.
Holy shit! Episode 67 it appeared. There was a lot of fucking episodes of that fucking cartoon.
The orange one was cool too.
Skybolt.
Yeah.
Stinger. Remember that one?
Stinger, yeah.
Mask. I heard some dude did a metal version of that shit and it was pretty dope.
I saw that.
Jackhammer. That was the name of the.
Ah, the old jackhammer.
Oh, yeah. A blazer. It was a blazer.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. To go to the black one, the black blazer.
This one?
Yeah. Isn't that what that was? What does it say?
Jackhammer.
Yeah,
Mike, there were.
It was like a K5 blazer.
Mike, there were 2 seasons.
Yes.
127 episodes.
What? 2 seasons, 127 episodes.
Yeah, they fucking knocked those out.
Well, remember, like fucking G1 had like 12 episodes in the first season, and then like 97. In the second.
Yeah, but I mean, like you would think that in order to make them like 60 some whatever episodes in the second season, that the first season would have had to been small, like as a test, not a test, but like a.
There was
they just went right
65 episodes in the first
season. That's
and then 65 episodes, or no, wait, and actually the second season wasn't very long. There was only 10. So wait, how's that equal 127? Okay, so that fucking dude's math is way off. 65 episodes and then 10 more for the second season. So
that was like the opposite of Transformers.
Yeah.
Rhino was cool. I liked Rhino.
Boris.
Go back one picture again.
Yeah. Listen to this one.
See the one with the 3 of them? Kenner Mass Toys 120? Yeah. What was that? 57 Hot Rod. Remember that?
Levy, didn't you say who was the hot rod?
I don't remember the name of it. I just remember it turned into a 6-wheel tank.
Yeah.
I remember that thing too.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
During a harrowing devilish dairy, Venom agents discover one of their own. A new Venom recruit named Boris Bushkin is really a masked double agent. Bushkin. Who foils their plans to eliminate masked member Buddy Hawks. Matt Trucker.
You popped it up and it had like a
extra
Hurricane.
Hurricane. That was the name of it.
Yeah, it was a cool one.
This one sounds like a Rob Liefeld fucking name. The Death Stone.
Very colorful.
Yeah.
He's not trying to hide from anybody.
Hurricane Hondo.
Hondo McLean.
Shit.
Name of the.
So you guys want Mask or not?
Do we want Mask?
Yeah, do you want Mask or not?
I mean, I think it would be very cool if they did it, but I don't know if I necessarily have the room for all that shit.
So you wouldn't buy a Mask?
It would depend on
Probably not.
No.
the size.
What line would you get? What other Hasbro property would you buy?
There's nothing else that they have right now that I would like.
Visionaries.
I guess Visionaries are cool, but
Micronauts.
I know Micronauts has ties to Transformers, but still, nah. Like I'm in for the Marvel, the Joes, and Transformers, and
GoBots.
Nah.
How about Inhumanoids?
They did GoBots.
Inhumans?
Inhumans?
The
Inhumanoids.
Inhumans or Inhumanoids?
Inhumanoids.
Inhumanoids.
Yes, you're talking about Metlar, Tendril, and Decompose.
Yeah.
Those are dope, man. Those are fucking. That I'll tell you what. I went back and I watched a couple of those episodes recently, and I'm like, now because I remember being like not terrified of that cartoon, but it made me feel funny when I watched it.
Yo, there's some fucking horrifying
There
shit.
was some
in that
horrifying
cartoon.
shit in there.
I downloaded
man.
all
You
those
remember
cartoons.
anything, Notes?
Yeah.
I watched those cartoons like about a year ago, dude. There's some scary ass shit in that fucking stuff.
Let me pull
when
up
Decompose comes on, and he turns the one fucking chick into like a skeleton, and all the other fucking skeletons are dancing and shit. That's fucking some scary ass shit.
What year would you say that came out in? Was it
84,
around the same
85?
time as Transformers?
Yeah.
So we got like a trailer type thing going on. Let's give you the intro. Now keep in mind, this is you watching this shit as like an 8-year-old kid.
Yeah. Ah, there you go. Sonic 6. Remember them?
Bionic 6.
Bionic 6. That's what it was.
Humanoids. The evil that lies within.
Terrifying.
The fucking monsters in this show were so fucking.
Humanoids.
That thing, man.
Did those people just fall into the lava?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
dead. Some farm couple.
What was the
Hey!
what was the Decompose?
Decompose.
That was the one with the the skeleton.
That was Chris Lotz's voice, yeah.
Yeah, they were just like some fucking. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrifying. He used to fucking keep people
Type
prisoner
in-
like
type
inside
in,
his fucking ribcage.
Type in Decompose. Oh, man, I forgot the chick's name. It was like Lila or something like that. Wife. Type in that, wife. Yeah, there you go. See if there's a video where he does that.
That?
Yeah, that's it.
This is a children's program.
Sandra.
Code Commander.
Yeah.
Sleep in crystal silence. My dear, then shall we waltz to the siren's sweet song? For just a moment, my sweet.
It's like the little piece of heaven video.
Where did you get the wings from?
Yeah, dude's got wings and shit.
You shall reign supreme over the empire of darkness.
Well, anyways,
Yes, my love.
at age 8, that was horrifying.
Dude, fucking all the skeleton whatever's fucking playing the fucking piano and shit. Anything with Decompose was fucking scary because he would just fucking touch somebody and they'd be like Decompose and ugh.
They had was it Metlar? Was that the one, the tentacled one, right?
No, that was Tendril.
Metal was with that like metal chest.
Yeah,
that
he
the
could
demon
reach into
had.
his mouth and pull lava balls out of his mouth and
Oops,
throw.
I just completely misspelled it.
There was another one that had like a
him.
clear stomach that you could see it digesting shit.
They had him. I saw him up at Second and Charles one day, and it brought back a lot of memories, man.
I had Metlar when I was a kid.
275.
I had Metlar and one of the dudes in the exosuit that had blue armor and he had the green claws.
I had that. What's his name again? Tendril. You had that? Oh shit. Oh no! Wait a second, ladies and gentlemen out there in podcast land, we got a special guest appearance. It's been a long time, ladies and gentlemen, one and only Jefferson.
Does he still got it? He still spiked the fucking. Look at it. What episode are we at here?
170.
Holy shit. It's been 70 weeks since I've been here. 5 weeks.
Probably has. Yeah, probably has.
Years.
Probably pre-pandemic.
No, but I had a tendril. I don't know why I had that guy. Like in a little plastic figurine.
Yeah. So
Oh.
you were into that shit
I had
back
some
in the
Marvel
day.
comic shit back in the day.
I feel like that would have been way after your time. That had to be a hand-me-down because Jefferson's
probably
like 10
was.
years
What-
younger than us.
What year is tendril?
This came out in the 80s, like the mid 80s.
I mean, I was born in 86, so like probably like, you know.
2-year-old.
Older cousin had that shit and
Yeah.
say, "Here, be fucking terrified, kid.
Yeah.
Take
Wow.
this."
How's everybody doing?
Much better now that you're here.
Yeah? Good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah. Just,
Just
living it up.
living it up,
Yep.
doing drugs, watching the Phillies.
Yeah. Been busy.
new, huh?
No, not really,
Just like picked up right where you left off.
Yeah, I mean, really. Yeah, where do we leave off? What do you think? Where do we?
Let's see. Still got your business?
Yep.
Still got your truck?
Yep.
Still got the wife.
Still got the wife?
Yeah.
Still got the kid.
Kid? Yeah.
Yep.
Any new tools?
Oh well, I mean, I guess if you consider like the dab rig and stuff like that, new tools, like that's definitely new in the world of.
Jefferson wants everybody to know that he has a snowblower for sale. If anybody's listening in their local.
Snowblower, if anybody needs a
Some dude in Argentina's gonna fucking
hear that. How many countries are we at? How many listeners are we still at? Like, do we still have
thousands.
lots of demographics here?
Thousands, yeah.
Thousands.
Yeah. No, hundreds.
Hundreds of countries or hundreds of listeners?
Oh, we've globally saturated by now.
Oh, can't we count Antarctica?
No Antarctica. They don't rate that, I don't think.
Be surprised because you gotta assume that there's probably some nerds living out like the South Pole. Like
We hit fucking people in Africa,
I know.
and South America, and big time Europe everywhere. Canada, of course.
I think that guy in Russia that one time too.
Yeah, yep. And Japan.
Yeah.
Nishiwas.
Of course. Is this live tonight or re-live?
He goes just.
We're recording.
We used to have Jefferson come in and say hi to people in the other language, like whatever language the new country was from that we were listening and it's like, so yeah, we got Jed's like, got to listen. We have new listeners this week or whatever, and he's like, yeah, it's Japan. We got Japan, and he goes konnichiwa, and he goes, it was two people in Japan, and he goes konnichiwa.
Classic.
Yeah.
Damn, so Jefferson had Inhumanoids, at least one of them. Good for you, Jefferson.
I
You
guess
finally
so,
found
yeah.
a fucking toy that you had, man.
Yeah. I've also been busy, investigating the cryptids and stuff. We're having some big revelations in the UFO world. So, for those nerds out there that like UFOs too, they're really coming out here. We had these aliens in Vegas the other day. It's a big one.
What about the whistleblower dude? You watch that video?
So honestly, he is probably. I want to say that he's probably the best bet that we have so far of or at least the most highest ranked somebody who I think he's more verified than anybody. Like I can believe him.
You don't think he's like
No, because there's that other guy. What's his name? Steve.
Harvey?
Yeah, no. I can't think of his name, but the other guy that was the big UFO.
Jojo Tsoukalos.
Steven Spielberg.
No, I'm not
The guy that worked at Area 51.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, what the fuck is his
I can't
name?
think of his name, but he
Can't
worked at
think of his
Area
name either.
51.
Oh, okay.
And supposedly, but now this guy here, he's got way too many.
52.
He has way too many. Well, that's her. Look at her.
What's that guy's name?
Bob
Goddamn,
Lazar.
Bob Lazar.
Not
Yeah,
Steve,
that's
it's
it.
Bob Lazar.
Balthazar?
That doesn't sound like a play on a name there.
I just read about a conspiracy. What do you think about the astronauts from the Challenger that they're still alive and living?
Why did that come up again? Because I just saw that too recently.
Did you?
Yeah, and I don't know why. I don't know where I saw that, but that's because they all have
Twin
it was
brothers.
their name and them.
Yeah.
And the same looking person but older.
Yeah. And they
And
had
it
a
was
twin brother.
Yeah, and they had the same career path.
There was two astronauts on the show
Yeah.
that had twin siblings.
Yeah.
That's the astronomical thing that happened.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe it's body doubles.
Do you believe that or
No.
no?
No, I just feel I've always that's not a conspiracy for me. I just always feel bad for those people and then they just blew up and that was it. They had no
Be a very expensive cover up for those people that have FBI witness program.
Yeah, the one that I'm really into right now is the Titanic and the family the Rothschilds and everybody. They were getting on the boat, but the Rothschilds got off the boat and they let this other family that kind of ran the World Bank at that time.
Yep, yeah, I remember that one.
So that's the one that I'm into now.
Yeah, it was pretty
Oh, I've
interesting.
heard that one.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
They took down the entire Titanic just to get rid of this group of people that were on there that kind of ran the central bank at that time.
Yeah, there's probably much less expensive ways of killing people
You don't know though.
There's a lot of
than tanking the grandest ship in the world.
And there was a lot of backstory behind
Yeah.
those two families. So yeah, it was kind of it's
At
kind
the
of
time-
interesting.
Yeah, at the time.
like the Bloods and the Crips.
Yeah. But that's how it's always been. There's always been gangs.
Which one was blue and which one was red? I forget.
Well, the bloods were red.
But yeah, that's where we're at these
He
days.
said the Rothschilds were definitely red. He goes.
Maybe they wanted to get rid of all those people that are on there. 'cause
No, I
they're
meant the
all fucking rich
bandanas
people,
that they
you know?
wore, man.
I hate to
The Rothschild show wearing blue bandanas across their face. Oh, they're about to be a problem
Yep.
on Titanic.
On the Titanic.
God.
How about, is there anything new about the Bermuda Triangle at all?
No.
That's not
Same
real.
old shit.
No, yeah, same old shit.
Old hat.
Those are we're more into like cryptids.
Until the Bigfoot comes out of the fucking
Bigfoot.
triangle.
What's that?
It's their, it's,
Chupacabra would be
it's the Antarctic Triangle is what it actually is.
That's the other thing I've been like. There's a lot of stuff
Yeah,
going on
that
with
that
Antarctica.
wall, the ice wall,
Yeah,
or whatever
there's
they
a lot
call
of
it,
shit
man. There's
going on
some
in
crazy
Antarctica.
shit. Yeah.
Cryptids are these
Chupacabra.
creatures that are unproven, but like Bigfoot, Chupacabra, Loch Ness monster, the Yeti.
The deers walking on their fucking hind legs around in the woods and shit like that.
No, those just on mushrooms.
That was a hyena. That
What's this shark doing here in the woods?
Yeah.
It's a shark fighting.
A
Jason
living
Statham.
megalodon would be considered a cryptid, right?
I would love to see a Meg.
A megalodon?
Yeah, like a living megalodon
Oh, a living megalodon.
would be considered a
I would
cryptid,
have
right?
to say- I would have to say there's probably one out there. Like we've explored more space, more of outer space than we have of the ocean.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit down there, man. Every time they send one of those fucking, they find all that weird ass glowing, like all them animals that give off their own light just trip me the fuck out.
Bioluminescence. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And they find something weirder and weirder every time.
Well, when they found all those fucking were they crabs or whatever, or just fucking crustaceans that were living like in a volcano.
Yeah.
In water,
Right.
Fucking toxic gases and shit.
That's what's his face from Jurassic Park. Like life finds a way, man.
Yeah.
No matter what fucking shit goes down, there's going to be some form of life that's going to find their way through it, and it probably ain't going to be us, but something will.
I read somewhere that there's organisms that exist only on the skeletons of dead whales.
It's very specific.
I would believe that. And there's got to be a lot of skeletons of dead whales everywhere.
Yeah.
Where are you on the whole conspiracy things with like the past man civilization thing that got like wiped out? And
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. We're on it's a recycle. Every couple thousand years, we've got to have a recycling period. And like, so like caveman, like when we think about caveman's us, but had nothing. Like imagine if we had nothing. Like what do? Grab a fucking piece of rock and start carving on a wall. Like I don't know. Like we're just.
I could be convinced that there were people here before we were here, and then they got wiped out or
like
left or something.
Atlantis would be a good example of that.
Yeah, but I just find it super fucking hard to believe that those people back in those times, and I'm not trying to take any kind of creativity away from them, but like you just see shit getting built today with this heavy machinery and these crazy ass vehicles and these cranes and all this ridiculous shit. But like some of the stuff they were building back then was off the hook.
Well, look at all the ancient alien stuff with her doing all the precision engineering and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That and moving all of the. You don't believe that?
Like what are you talking about? Like,
do you believe that they had like that technology back then, or do you think that like aliens helped them, or do you think that it's just their previous civilization of mankind that fucking I'm not Incas that died off?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was like a civilization that just like got bored of being here and just split or somehow got wiped out. Like, because I was just gonna say, well, there's no like, where's all the shit that they used to make all this stuff? Because you would think that there would be something left over from like a past civilization.
Well, we're missing.
I mean, if we're finding fucking if we're finding fucking fossils, you think we would find some computer that some motherfucker was using 10,000 years ago?
Or we did, and we just don't know what it is.
Also true. Yeah, because it doesn't necessarily need to look like a fucking computer. Yeah.
Did you hear that one theory about the pyramids? About how they didn't stack the fucking stones and shit like that and build it up?
No, they went around. They built around it.
They started and dug it down.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
What, and then leveled all the ground out around it?
Jefferson, you probably know more about it than I do. Yeah.
That's interesting.
What would be easier, to move the earth or to move the rocks?
Right.
Putting stacking it up.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Building the pyramids from the top down instead of bottom up.
Oh.
So they had like they excavated all the.
But then I think there is some other.
So is it 4 sides or they have 8 sides?
Pyramid?
Yep.
4, right?
Nope, they got 8.
Is it?
You ever see the aerial view that they did that?
Are they beveled?
What are the corners or bevels?
Yeah.
A little
No,
bit?
like the flat faces, they actually they cave in like a couple degrees
Okay.
and then go out. So then you have this side, but you only see it at certain times of the year.
Because
And
of
it's
the
like
way the
summer
light hits
solstice, the way like light hits it or something. It's absolutely it's crazy.
I just think it's odd that there's pyramids in every syllable. Is like at every corner of the
globe.
there's some sort of pyramid.
Here's the one thing that I don't think that they take into consideration when they're talking about like, well, here's some rock carving or some statue or some shit that some motherfucker 20,000 years ago made or something like that. And clearly it's a guy on a rocket ship, and some of the fucking shit is semi-convincing, but I think sometimes they take out of consideration the imagination of people, because like even today, like it's like, well, what the fuck are superheroes and what are all these like crazy things that we come up with? It would stand to reason that like just because people lived that long ago, they still had some sort of imagination. Oh yeah, look at that shit.
All right, Jefferson, hot take.
Interesting.
What's your opinion on artificial intelligence, AI?
Oh, here we go.
I'm biased because I love technology. I think that it could be good for some things, like it may cure cancer for all we know. Like, but at the same time, it's going to destroy us.
Yeah, it'll cure cancer by destroying us.
Yeah. Maybe. Like I don't know. Like
You can't have cancer without humans. Eh?
right.
Good job, AI.
That sounds like some shit from Wishmaster.
Yeah, I just don't know about AI yet. Like I don't know. I think we need to end it. I think it's time to kill it. I don't know.
Pandora's box is open.
Yeah.
I'm programming an AI to cure cancer.
What's your favorite TV show?
Toby's Heroes.
I don't know. Andy Griffith.
Okay, what if AI could make a new episodes of Andy Griffith? Well, would you be down for that,
I
or would
think
you, or would you think that's soulless?
It depends on how the AI did it.
It trained itself on all the old existing episodes.
Yeah, but I didn't even like old episodes.
Oh,
So like I don't like the colored episodes.
okay.
Like I only like the black and white ones. Like I think
Okay.
once they went to color, it was kind of stupid. Like Obi got older, and it wasn't like I don't know.
So if they just used the black and
Yeah.
white ones and made more new black and white ones,
Yeah, I would probably watch it.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
So
curious to see what this Beatles thing is going to end up being.
that's the whole John
Like,
Lennon
I'm-
thing. Yeah,
like,
that's
I'm-
what I was thinking about.
You know, and I do love the Beatles. Like I do. Like I grew up listening to the Beatles. We have all the albums like on record.
From what I understand, it's just them taking Lennon from old demo tapes and enhancing it so that it sounds good, and then filling in the small blanks here and there that you would be singing.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like it's cool and all, but it's not him. It is him, but it's not
Right,
him.
right. Jefferson was down for having new episodes of old Andy Griffith black and white episodes.
Yeah.
AI.
Hey,
Yeah. I want to be honest, I would do Seinfeld too. Like if they could do like some sort of AI Seinfeld, like I would love to see more Seinfeld.
everybody from Seinfeld's still alive, man.
I know, but they wouldn't like I don't know, they wouldn't do a
Well, Kramer's career is pretty much dead, so
Yeah.
maybe AI could bring it back,
Oh no.
make it not racist.
Or make him more racist.
ate too many gummies tonight.
How much you have?
A lot. It's the dabs, and then like a couple for 30 milligrams of gummies. Yeah, it happens. Once I started doing dabs, that was game over.
How comes you don't do this one?
He does.
I do from
Oh, you
time
do?
to time, yeah.
You still do the?
Not like him.
You guys still do your
The
Devastator?
Devastator.
No.
I haven't done a Devastator in years.
Really?
I think the last Devastator I might have did was with you.
Yeah.
Wow.
When the Unicron, when we did the Unicron review, that might have
Oh,
been
yeah,
the
Unicron.
fucking last Devastator I did.
Unicron.
Wow, you should guys break that out again next
We
show.
should.
Next
We
month.
should, yeah.
Yeah?
What, the Unicron?
No, the Devastator.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
I'll bring back the Devastator for a night.
I wonder if they can still make Gatorade in those bottles. I probably have a Gatorade bottle somewhere. I got enough cups.
I think I just saw some at the wall where they had Gatorade bottles.
Yeah, but it's got to be a certain size. The new ones, they started changing the size of the bottle. There's just nothing once you start doing dabs. There's nothing that can. I don't know.
every time I do a dab, I get like overly retarded. Yeah. You just don't think so because he just sits down there and does them, and it's like it's like it's like nothing. It's just fucking Rocky taking one off the chin, one right after another, and he's just
I've been there, done that too.
Yeah. So I don't really do them all that often, so I'll go down and take like a half a
Do
rip.
that off every day.
No, not every day.
5 out of 7 days.
5 out of 7 days, maybe. But it's always like a half rip. It's they say it's my butler name. They call Ripsworth.
Ripsworth.
Yeah, he's like you want man you want
Let's make it old Ripsworth.
I'm like he always tries to pack it up real high, and I'm like I don't want to get that high. I want to get just a little high, man. I don't want to get major high. I just want to get a tiny high. And then so they ask me, so I'm always like I just want a Ripsworth. So it is like it sounds like the weed butler. Oh, Ripsworth.
So we back to
Ripsworth.
Is this going to be an every couple week thing now, or
No,
like once a month.
once a month?
no. This is going to be once every like 3 months because our schedules are so tough trying to get our schedules together between the band and
Well, how much
all this other shit.
time you got left with the band yet?
How much time I got left? It's open ended.
Oh, okay.
They suck.
It's
They play that asshole music.
all that asshole music.
Did we talk about that on the show yet?
We just
Yeah.
watched his dad saying the same thing. I thought you liked was when we played original. Not that shit.
And the funny part about the whole thing, I stopped him because I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then on my way up the steps, I looked at Vanessa and I signaled for the phone, like start recording this shit. So then I came back downstairs and I told him to get started again, but he had already been on a little bit of a roll. But it was like completely, it was unsolicited. Yeah. Like I didn't look at my dad and be like, hey dad, do I suck or not?
Yeah.
It was voluntary.
He just voluntarily just came out with it, like, I mean, I'm sure something like sparked the conversation, which I don't remember what it was, but I definitely don't ever remember asking him for his opinion on we were laughing about it earlier. It's like, I can't believe I have any confidence at all because my dad's been basically, for as good of a father as he was, he's been telling me I sucked my whole life at like everything I ever did.
That's how my brother was. He'd like cut your hair, sell your fucking guitar, sell your comics. Which fucking asshole wants to buy that shit?
Yeah, right. You need.
Thanks, man, for the.
Thanks for the pep talk.
Yeah.
And then my mom, on the other hand, I could take a shit, and if we had Facebook back in the day, she would have took a picture of that and posted it and been like, "Look at this shit that my son took."
Took a shit.
Neither one of them was down the middle on anything where they were just like cool. My mom fucking thought I was a rock star right out of the womb, and my dad just still continues to fuck, I should just get a paternity test. I know it's late, but if there's any way that he could not be mine.
Well, it was good seeing you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let me know when we're having another one of these.
I always keep telling Mike to tell you to come over. He says
He's always
you're
camping and
sleeping
shit, man.
Or camping, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta give me the wintertime. I'm here once a month during the summer, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hate camping.
Yeah. They want to have a camper. It's not like camping. It's like glamping.
No, I don't hate everything.
Mike's with me. Why would I sleep outside with the bugs when
I don't sleep outside. I have a huge, a guy with a queen size bed.
Yeah, he's not really camping.
I have a golf cart that can drive around the campground.
He's basically just taking a living room and moving it fucking outdoors, but it's still enclosed.
Fucking Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah. The only thing camping about it is the fact that they own a campground when they're doing it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh shit.
How's the Wi-Fi? It's perfect.
I take my own Wi-Fi, but I have 70. I get all the Philly channels on the antenna.
I want to go watch the Phillies. I don't want to watch the Phillies. I want to watch the Phillies and get eaten alive by mosquitoes. If there's any way you could hook that
I
up.
only watch TV inside, so I don't. Although
That's what I call getting back to nature.
I got a 10-foot projector.
Exactly.
That's cool. Nice. Inflatable.
Yeah.
Ah,
Really cool.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Has a dive station.
In the camper. Yeah. Dive station in the camper.
That's you're right. It's not camping then.
No.
Just going to another place.
It's
It's
a summer home.
visiting.
I ripped
Just
up the
go to
toilet
another
that came with the
place.
camper and I put one of those tall, elongated toilets in, so I'm at home. I put a full-size toilet in.
Dude, seriously, like Rodney Dangerfield, like back to school. Like, oh, this isn't gonna do. You fucking knock the walls out of the dorm, and you get the big fucking room.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get
He still hasn't actually seen the outdoors yet.
Oh, no, I love the outdoors.
He just drives there
Bigfoot
and
calls. You gotta come when I do Bigfoot
he gets
calls.
out of the truck and he goes back into the fucking camera and then you don't see him again for the rest of the week. You hear that, but that's all you get.
Have you ever tried calling Bigfoot with a great big A?
I do. He's not a big A person.
No.
No, I just listened to a 2-hour special the other night on how to call Bigfoots.
You know what always made me laugh about the people doing the Bigfoot calls is like, what if two groups go out the same night but don't know that they out together? And they're on opposite ends of the woods. Woo, woo! You know, they're doing it.
The sticks against the trees. Hey, they're doing it too. All right, I gotta go.
See you later, man.
Later, Jefferson.
That's the video footage that they have when they go out.
So
we heard from Bigfoot, and it's just another group of people. That
So like the
There's the
Bigfoot,
Finding Bigfoot people, and then there's the In Search of Bigfoot people from that other show that are on the other
From
side.
that other network.
so there's like Bigfoot calls like a Ric Flair thing or what?
I picture calling. Yeah, it's like he always does like an Aunt Jemima type of thing, like where he's like, ooh, wee. That's Jefferson's Bigfoot call. I don't know.
That's more like a Jesse from the Dukes of Hazzard.
Do you know what Bigfoot you get when you do that call? You get fucking Aunt Bunny from Delirious or Raw or whatever, you know? Oh, Lord Jesus Christ, please, Jesus, Lord, please. My shoe.
Woo-wee. Them Duke boys are in trouble again.
Man, what was that stand?
It was either Raw or Delirious.
Goody Goo Goo, that's what
Goody
it was.
Goo Goo.
Waylon Jennings
Your
doing the
wife is a
voiceovers.
fucking Bigfoot. She can't come down the flight of steps, but I bet she climbed the fuck out of a tree though. Isn't that right, Gus?
Goddamn Goony Goo Goo.
They had the Angela Davis Afro wearing motherfucking kiss of yours out in the boat, and they slammed their faces in the water, and they both come up with fish.
You sound like what's his name from fucking Real Science when he was all drunk and shit.
Yeah.
What's this motherfucker like?
One of them took the fish out of his mouth and looked at his brother, and he said, "Goony goo." I thought it was some new Spanish shit. I went to work and said, "Hey Sanchez, goony goo." All right, I'll stop. Sorry.
Well, it was nice to have Jefferson here. I gotta make sure I put him right in the front of the fucking show, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Hey, yeah,
Everyone
right.
would be like, "Woo!"
I love when he does the A and then he checks the wavelengths to see like
I still
how
got
big
it.
it is.
Yeah,
and
still
shit.
got it.
What time is this coming to?
Well, what's up, you? I want to try to wrap it up soon, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's time for the time for. Oh, there was one more thing that I remember reading about that I was going to mention. That you guys were talking about mainline Transformers. Somebody found out that they're going to be doing a lot of G1 retro.
I saw that shit. They're making the license available to other toy companies. Is that the same news that I saw somewhere?
I saw that. You know how they did the original toys,
Yeah.
G1s,
Yeah.
and they were up on the shelf. There are going to be more of those next year.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I guess like, why would you want a fucking G1 Transformer unless it's like a vintage thing and you
would
collect
like
vintage?
to have an original G1. It won't happen, but like an original G1 Jetfire, that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah.
Robotech fucking look and everything. But
getting a vintage one loose.
no,
or you
no,
want
no,
one
no.
in the
No,
package.
if they remake it, if they
got you,
redo
I
it,
got
like like a new G1.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Same mold.
licensing issues that'll never happen.
Right, exactly. But I'm just saying, like maybe somebody out there is like, oh man, I wish I had a Wheeljack.
Yeah.
Did they ever do? I don't think they ever redid the Wheeljack mold, right?
I don't know if they did.
Maybe they'll start doing.
Oh no, wasn't it? No, the Wheeljack mold was lost.
Oh, okay.
That's
right.
why. That's why I think that I think they never did a Wheeljack reissue.
But they're supposed to do more G1
Yeah.
molds.
I don't think they ever did actually a Wheeljack reissue. Even back in the early 2000s when they were doing all those G1 reissues and shit, they never did a Wheeljack one. I think because the Wheeljack mold was lost.
The Wheeljack mold was
I
lost
think.
on eBay, all over $1. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna come of that. Like if what all they're gonna do, but
Whatever they didn't do, probably.
yeah,
Maybe they did. I don't think they did all the Dinobots.
there's got to be a way to get around the Wheeljack thing, but
Yeah, they just reverse engineer it.
yeah, right.
That just costs a lot of money. Do they want to spend that money? Do they have the license to spend that money? Is a question too.
Right.
Because isn't that, Levy, isn't Wheeljack an Australian race car or something like that?
What?
Wheeljack. Isn't he like an Australian race car or something?
The G1?
Yeah.
No, he's a rally car.
Yep. Yeah.
I can't remember the model of it, but it's an Italian
find
model.
out. 10
Italian.
seconds.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's an Italian.
I think so.
Right.
Oh, for fuck's sake. How much information could there be on Wheeljack?
Or maybe they did do it with Jack Reissue. I don't know.
Well, what the shit? Where's the toys, man? They used to have the toys at the bottom.
I don't know. I think there was like one particular G1 character's mold that was lost or something that they weren't able to do reissues, or if they did or maybe if it was like if they did the Wheeljack reissue, they had to like reverse engineer it or something.
Lancia
Maybe,
Stratos Turbo.
Yeah, Lancia Stratos Turbo. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of the vehicle, but yeah, it's actually a
The Italian
Rally.
airline stickers on it. Interesting.
We got that shit back in the day, and we were like, "Yo, man, this is amazing."
I had that. I had Wheeljack.
And it was amazing.
Yep. I used to lose his wings all the time. Look at those proportions, man. Whew.
I think I read somewhere where they said that like his head sculpt, this was actually supposed to be his eyepiece,
Yeah.
but
So
then when
supposed
they
to be
drew
his
him in
face.
the cartoon,
a real
they
life
made it into
Lancia
his
Stratos.
mouth
That's cool.
to make him look more humanoid. Apparently.
Actually, I don't think this was I don't think this version was a rally car. I know there was a Lancia Stratos rally car, but this one I think is actually, yeah.
I watched that Owen Wilson movie, the whole Bob Ross comedy thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was all right.
was
Yeah.
decent.
I got that one line from the fucking movie I've been using a lot.
I watched.
When you're the perfect package, it's hard to see the gift
Oh,
inside.
that's where that came. I was wondering where that shit came from. I watched those two movies. I watched the Annihilation. We finished Annihilation, and then we watched The Pope's Exorcist. The Pope's Exorcist was really fucking good.
Yeah, wasn't
because
it?
it was like it was. Did anybody here see that yet? Pope's Exorcist.
It was like in 5 languages.
What Exorcist?
Pope's
Pope's
Exorcist.
Exorcist.
Russell Crowe?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
He played a great character. Russell Crowe did.
He did.
But it was, because like we've seen this movie a million times, right? So how do you do a exorcism movie different? And they've fucking figured it out.
I liked it.
I thought
I wanna
for
see
sure
more.
he was going to sacrifice himself. I didn't think he was going to make it to the end of the movie. I thought he was going to sacrifice himself, but
I want to
Yeah.
see more with him and the other dude.
yeah.
I want to see another movie.
Yeah, just a note, and maybe this is just me or whatever, but when they were going through the nightmare situations where the kid was making him see shit or whatever, and the chick that he was choosing between the topless chick on the bed and the priesthood, I feel like he made the wrong decision.
Totally made the wrong decision.
Totally fucking made the wrong decision. I mean, going on high adventures with Russell Crowe and seeing demons is all fine and good, but she was nice looking.
What'd you think of Annihilation?
Annihilation was unique as fuck.
Got weird and
It
shit.
got weird. Well, in the beginning,
Is that the Natalie Portman movie?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it reminded me a little of
Good movie.
not
I've seen it.
Have you
not
seen it?
not like note for note, obviously, but like how Scarlet Witch started, where there was like just that one area where everything was fucking whacked ass inside, and then we found out it was because of her, but it was like that whole, and that thing was like spreading.
Yeah.
But like the way that, like, is anybody gonna watch this? Or are we gonna
I
spoil
already
shit
seen it.
for you?
I haven't.
You saw it already?
Yeah.
So the way that they like
Well, did
Did-
you want to see it?
cross
Maybe if I had time.
species like reproduction in that, the way they handled it, like them fucking trees that were shaped like humans tripped me the fuck out, man. Once they started explaining like what they were, and then it's like, and then that just made your fucking imagination go, wow, like what are they gonna find up in this joint, But
Crocodile with the sharp teeth. And
yeah, but shit got weird as fuck, man. When that fucking thing came, like she got to the lighthouse, I don't remember exactly all what order it went in, but when that fucking weird thing came out and was mirroring everything she did, and then it made you realize that Moon Knight, what's his face, Oscar, right?
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, I can't remember his name in the movie, but
Moon Knight.
wasn't him, he was just a facsimile.
Yeah.
So it was like and then they showed, like, the last thing you see before the credits was they showed her eyes, and it had that same fucking look in her eyes, and then you realize that they got her too. Yeah, it was unique. I don't know if they could just let it go, and that could just be the end. I don't know if they're ever going to do anything with it.
From what I remember, I think this is right. that when they filmed that movie, only one book was done or something like that. But I think there's like a series of books, and there's like 3 books.
Okay, so that's a.
But they had talked to the writer, and they were included some shit from the second book or whatever. But there's like a lot more details, I think, and I don't know how many books were written, but I don't know if they're going to do any more. But I don't know if it did well or not in the theater. So
That movie flew under the radar.
I saw it when it came out. I thought it was really good.
I didn't remember hearing anything about it or seeing anything about it, and it's like Oscar Isaac's in it and Natalie Portman's in it, and like there's some like.
Was it not Helen Hunt? Holly. Who's the chick that was in charge?
Holly Hunter.
Holly Hunter, right? Yeah, Holly Hunter was in it.
The scene where the werewolf bear looking thing came charging into the
bear with no skin on its face.
Well, that was half the lighthouse keeper and half fucking whatever. It merged together. Like if you look at stills of it, there's a face on
human face
like
inside.
a skull and shit like that. And
okay,
it's like
I thought it was just the bear had no skin on its face.
No, it was like the lighthouse keeper's face was part of it, and it was like a merging of the two things together.
Oh.
And that bitch came in with the fucking Uzi or whatever the hell she had and went buck wild. And then when that thing ripped her face off, I was like,
It was like,
yeah, like I didn't know how violent we were getting, but if that's what we're doing, that's fine. Like, yeah. But it was a pretty well done movie.
And then the other chick was in it too, from Thor. What's her name? Tessa or whatever, Thompson or something?
Tessa Thompson. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in that too. Chick from Thor.
I would have never went into that place.
Moon Knight and Valkyrie were in it.
They were. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Valkyrie
And Jane Foster.
And Thor, yeah. Thor, Jane Foster.
Yeah.
I would have never went in there without some sort of, because like even if I didn't know what was going on in there, and
Elastigirl.
I don't know if the Blair Witch
Holly Hunter.
existed
Blair Witch?
in their universe, but I would have definitely had some like, give me a rope or some shit, you know what I mean, and made them stay outside that thing, because it seemed like once you crossed over that thing, it just made it so that you couldn't come back. So I feel like the only way I would have been going in there is if I would have had something tethering me to the outside. Creepy fucking movie.
Now you have to watch Phantoms.
Phantoms. Okay. Phantoms is.
You were the bomb in Phantoms.
Affleck was the bomb in
that's
Phantoms,
right.
yo.
Yeah.
It's good.
You said it was decent.
It's good. It's real good, especially for the time that it came out. It was really good. Liv Schneider's in it. Schreiber. Thank you.
Sabretooth.
Ben Affleck and I forgot that dude's name. He was in a bunch of shit too.
Back to the Pope's Exorcist for just 1 second.
Is
there anything?
Who's the guy that died? Peter O'Toole? Is it Peter O'Toole that's in that he died?
I don't know.
We watched the trailer.
I never saw Phantoms.
We watched the trailer like a month and a half ago here on Mike's TV, and you were like, "Oh, I think it's Peter O'Toole."
Okay.
I think it's Peter O'Toole. All right.
Well,
It's a good movie.
Is there anything fucking creepier than a really good kid actor in a horror movie? Like that kid was like, but every fucking kid has ever been in a horror, like the fucking twins in The Shining, and like and everyone since then, man.
Yeah, it's
that
Peter
kid,
O'Toole.
that kid in the Pope's Exorcist was fucking scary.
No, I think it depends on the kid, because like the kid in The Ring, I hated him.
Yeah, he was annoying, and the kid in the Babadook was annoying, but he was meant to be annoying on purpose.
Why can't you be normal? Sex bots.
Oh shit. Well, on that note, anybody
watch Phantoms.
watch Phantoms? I will.
It's on Jetflix.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not even hosting. Go ahead. Who hosted? You hosted.
Oh, I hosted.
Take it away, Jed.
Got anything in closing there, Mr. Levy Curry?
Nah.
Ryan, thanks for coming on the show. Did you have anything you wanted to say
I don't know.
to anybody?
Talk about anything important. So
Yeah, I mean, Mike talks a lot. You'll find out Mike talks a lot. He can't get a word in edgewise.
Anybody watch Dungeons and Dragons, or you guys are ready to talk about this movie?
I watched that movie.
Oh yeah.
I thought that movie
Good
was
movie.
the shit.
Yeah, the movie
It
was fucking
sucks
great.
that it didn't do a lot of money in the fucking.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it'll do more in home
video.
fucking. Shit.
Oh, it didn't go over well in theaters.
Not enough for a
Yeah,
sequel.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I liked it. I really.
Actually,
thought
when I look
and
back
I knew
on
nothing about Dungeons and Dragons. So
when I look back on that movie, I find so many little cuts and references to the game that only players of the game would know. Like the whole thing with the hither thither staff. That was totally a DM ass pull after a player triggered the trap.
Yeah, it was like
He's like, great. Now I got to write something. Now I got to get you guys across that bridge. Oh, here, let's add this in there. It's totally a DM ass pull.
That's too bad because it blew the doors off the first fucking time I tried to do a Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Oh, but even
That shit went over like a fart in church, man.
even littler things though, Jed. Like in the beginning when Egan was relating his backstory to the Absolution Council, and he went back too far. He says, "No, you've gone back too far. Stop stalling." Oh, right. Broad strokes. Players are encouraged when they're making their backstory to use broad strokes. Don't get too mixed up in the details because to give the DM room to play with things.
It was
Interesting.
So yeah.
it was a well written movie to appease people who are like hardcore fans of the gaming system and people who have no clue what the fuck they're just a fantasy film.
Had a great
it was really
balance.
good.
Which would've been us.
And enough comedy in it.
Yeah,
The
I
average
thought it was
fucking
great.
bear.
Yeah, but not like I wouldn't have caught as many like anywhere near as much of the shit as you guys would.
But you still knew what it was.
I knew like
Versus
I definitely,
someone who doesn't know
monsters. The monsters more than anything else. I recognized a lot of the monsters.
So how much of Dungeons and Dragons, Stranger Things, like the stuff that's in Stranger Things, is that a lot of like stuff that's in Dungeons and Dragons? Just different
they mention things, and they
The monsters were all D&D monsters.
They roll
right?
dice and stuff like that. Yeah, and they name the big bad monster of the season after
Like the Vecna, like
yeah,
that's
the
like
god.
an actual character.
yeah, Vecna's
Mind Flayer
Wanna
is
be
a
God.
character.
It's a lich. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You gotta remember, Stranger Things takes place
In the
way back when it was original, like raw D&D, like first and second.
during like in the heart of the Satanic Panic,
Yeah, and that's
which was actually a major plot point of the last season.
yeah.
So
My mom was one of them
that
people,
shit.
man. I remember my mom didn't want no D&D shit.
Yeah,
That's
anywhere
my mom
near
was the same
fucking
way. They were
house.
hardcore
didn't
Catholic.
really, and like the show doesn't really go too much into like the D&D
Stuff.
mechanics and stuff like that.
No
you know,
D&D, no Motley Crue.
So, yeah.
During the Shadow of the Devil era, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can't have any of the pentagrams all over the place. She wasn't like a hardcore fucking religious nut or anything. She was weird. Dude, people were playing Dungeons and Dragons and killing each other.
No, I always got the one. The kids are going in the sewers and getting lost and fucking
Yeah.
dying because they're playing D&D in the sewers.
Yeah.
I guess that's what beneficial of growing up in a trailer park. Didn't really have to worry about
I was
stuff like that.
yeah.
Well, the only thing we had to worry about was there's people living in the woods. It was like a Summer of Sam kind of thing going on.
Right.
We used to have that too.
Gold Grand Prix that drove around with all tinted windows,
Yeah.
and like we would run inside and like hide from it because they were like bad people or something. I don't know. It was-
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it was just Stanley from the next park over.
yeah, you know,
Just being weird.
being weird.
Hey there, true believers.
Yeah.
Later, guys. That's the documentary just came out today, by the way. Stanley
Oh, is that right?
on Disney Plus. Yep. Extraction 2 came out today too. If you guys liked the first one, which was a fucking fantastic movie.
I think
Yeah,
I
I
saw the
didn't
first
see
one.
that one. Yeah,
Oh,
I do want to watch.
great
it, though,
action
yeah.
movie, so
Yeah.
good.
I do
Yeah.
want to
Who's in
see
it?
it. No, I want to see it.
No, who's in it?
Thor.
Oh, Thor. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Chris Hemsworth. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing
Now
the
he's like twice
trailer.
the size though in the second one.
Black Mirror came out. Second season of Strange New Worlds. Star Trek started. I got news that Superman's got renewed for 10 more episodes next season.
Yeah, but they're getting like rid of like almost the entire secondary cast.
Good, because they suck. Good. Trim the fat. All those side stories just pulls the whole fucking thing. This last season,
So it's gonna be more focused?
all that shit just pulls the fucking thing down. Yeah, just keep fucking Superman and fucking do that shit instead.
Don't want to know about Lana's family.
I don't know. I don't know about fucking Lana. I don't know about fucking any of those fucking assholes. She's a bitch in that show. She's like the divorced fucking wife that you know, she's the Karen, fucking walks around.
really?
And she's the fucking mayor. That's how Karen she is. She had to take
She
control.
became mayor?
Yeah.
That's how Karen she is.
That's how much I said that to the wife the other day. I said, "Oh, I see you got the Karen starter set on." She was wearing the fucking big glasses and she had the hair fucking back. She's like,
That's funny.
The Karen starter kit.
I would like to speak to your manager.
For some reason on YouTube, I've gotten into watching
Muscle checks. Muscle was bows.
No. That's what I go on Instagram for.
That's tonight.
That's Instagram. No, I've been going on YouTube and watching videos of Karens getting their comeuppance.
There's a channel for that?
No, it's just various videos. Like I watched this woman fucking Jesus Christ. I
can hear the voice in that picture.
I want to speak to your manager.
Let me get the manager out here.
I wanted 5 ice cubes in my Dunkin' Donuts.
I saw this one video of these women arguing back and forth in like the lobby of like some sort of like, you know, rinky-dink hotel chain, you know, and the white woman decided to spit on the black woman. The black woman just hauled off and beat the shit out of her. It's fucking great.
I like watching fights sometimes. This is 2 chicks fighting.
It's like you're gonna spit on somebody, be prepared to get housed. That's just mad disrespectful.
Yeah. Mike, do you have anything in closing?
Fuck you, John Billy.
Yeah.
And don't forget to check out hiddentoys.net.
.com.
.com. I forgot. I always forget you have .com now, not .net.
Check out the Reflector Files on Facebook. And I have a new shirt coming out. The new design I just did of a combination between Mortal Kombat and Iron Maiden. That'll be up on the site soon. What's the website again?
It's up on the site.
Is it on the site? What's it?
DragonstarShop.
DragonstarShop.inc?
No, .com.
Oh, .com.
Yeah.
Right, .net? .com. Got it. Dragonstar.
You're losing me to one sale that I was going to get out of this episode.
Just, if this is Mike's mom, just message him directly. Mike, say the words.
Enough's enough. We're out.